Hey, hey. This my song right here, y'all. Can we back it up? Let's back it up just a little bit, honey. What? Hey, 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 hey. What? Let's get into this tea just a little bit, honey. Can we get to this little tea right here? Hey, 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 hey. My dog want to get some of this too. Come on, get some. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, this is my baby, honey. Hey, you ready? 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 He hear, hey, he like, bitch, I want to be part of that too, honey. Hey, hey, come on. Hey, hey, come on, come on. Hey, 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 hey. This is no copyright on instruments, bitch. We can play this all night. Hey, let's play it all night. We can play it till we get it right. Hey, 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 hey. We can play it all night. We can play it till you get it right. We can play all night. We can play it till you get it right. That's right. Play it till you get it. Play it till you get it. Hey. Play it till you get it. Play it till you get it. Oh, let me turn this off because this is going to distract me for the night. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it works from that too? Look at this. Oh my God, I didn't even know that it works. Honey, I was over here. Let me just play for my cell phone. I'm like, let me see what I. Anyway. Wow. Hello, Daya. Come on, Kia. How you doing? Thank you, Kia. So listen, y'all. I'm dedicating this video to my people. Those who took the AOK class. Because listen, there's a lot of similarities going on. And give me one moment. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, Kia and Daya. Can we do it? Let's open up this door. So, let's open up this door. This is going to start getting hot up in here. So, I dedicate this to the people who took the AOK class. And of course, because this is a spell, and of course, spells can be turned into rituals. And as you know, I got the video titled Effective because people talk about powerful. And powerful what? Because I feel like powerful is in the eye of the beholder. I think we all view power as differently. Going into relationships, you know, the man is supposed to be the powerful aspect of the relationship, and some of us will settle for bummy ass motherfuckers. So, honey, what's powerful to me may not be powerful to the next person in that example. So, like I said, powerful is very different, but effective means the same thing for all of us because effective is what we want. And as I mentioned before, I'm about effectiveness. I'm about authenticity. I'm about getting things exactly what it needs to be naturally. And that's what I'm about. So like I said, this class dedicated to those who took the AOK class. And if you didn't have a chance to sign up for that class, it's okay. You know, we won't hold it against you. But this is an effective Mediterranean lifestyle. And I actually do this for about 10 plus years. When I'm, let's get back into it. When I'm thinking about getting a man, okay? And it depends on, and like I said, I want you to be creative with this. You know, those who took the AOK class, you know exactly what colors you need, what crystals you need, what you want to add into it. You be creative. But like I said, this is a spell. Spells are simple. And, you know, I may even get into a little bit of, you know, explaining if you want to turn it to ritual, what you can do. But this should not be performed, and I'm going to say this as a disclaimer, this should not be performed if you have not done any self-healing work or if you don't know thyself. Because what's going to happen is when you start doing this work, issues that are within you that needs to be resolved are going to come up. And you're going to do this love spell and you're going to say, oh my God, you know, the man of my dreams, he walked into Starbucks one day. And it was all good for the first year, but after that, he became controlling and abusive and this is not. And then, of course, people deflect that onto love spells, or they reflect it onto love spells. Oh, love spells, that's why we don't do love spells, and blah, blah, blah. But trust when I tell you this, a lot of people out there have had very successful work doing love spells that have gotten work done with me. I've had very successful success with doing love work, honey. And like I said, it's about you. If you're not healed, if you're not complete, then you're going to find nothing but broken pieces. And I think people forget that life is about piecing back together something. When you become whole again, you become a new person, you rise up, you evolve, and now it's time for you to go. And whatever you want to put it. So listen, this spell like this is very powerful, and this spell could be practiced by anybody, heterosexual, homosexual, transgender, it does not matter. But I want to say this spell in particular will be very, very powerful for those who identify as being heterosexual, like myself, and those who also are actually, well, whatever, we'll keep it at that. Those who identify as being heterosexual. And very powerful when it comes to male and female, okay? And we'll just keep it at that because I don't want to go into, you know, spewing any hate or none of that. So male and female, you know, relationships. You know, don't worry about it if you're a lesbian couple, gay couple, a transgender couple, you know, whether you're transits into other transits into men, transit into women. Don't worry about it. I got some for you too, bitch, because like I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and I don't discriminate, okay? So the items you're going to need for this is a natural base. Now, if you have a tabletop, that's beautiful. If you have a natural tabletop, when I mean by natural, like of the earth, marble, granite, wood, plastic won't work, plastic coating. I mean, you could do that if you want to, but we're taking it back to the effective way. So you need raw wood is the preference. And if you cannot get raw wood, make sure you get, you know, like I said, granite, you know, some type of, you know, slab of natural stone. Okay. And hey, maybe some of you live in a fancy state like Arizona and you have the opportunity to get those rose quartz plates. You know, they got those rose quartz plates, y'all, that I'm going to Tucson Gym Show next year to get me some, honey. If you're the vendor that deals with that, bitch, I'm on my way. February the 19th, bitch, please, I'm on it. So yes, you want a natural little base. I got this from an actual place, but Walmart got similar, and I should have felt the Walmart ones. This is actually natural. Like it's no dye, it's no sealant, it's just natural. You can see the little grains in it too, honey. Mm-hmm. Get all your love tip on it. And if you really advance, you know what you could do with this, but we won't get into that. So you're gonna need your base. I like doing my work outside, so this is perfect base. You're going to need, of course, a red apple. Apples are very powerful when it comes to many, many rituals, not just beauty, not just love as all you think. This is good for immortality. This is good for afterlife. This is good for rejuvenation. This is good for healing. This is good for keeping a marriage nice and strong. And also, apples are also powerful for making people to commit. So people have come to me for work and I said, honey, you need an apple, and we won't give us that. Who knows? Maybe we'll, you know. I say what I'm not going to do, and Spirit say, bitch, you're going to do it today. So definitely a red apple. There's so many apples out there. There's yellow apples. What is it? Jubilee. You have Granny Smith apples, honey. Her apples is good, especially if you're constipated. Yes, honey. But yes, you're going to need a red, delicious apple. And of course, the bigger, the better. This is the biggest one I can find at my local grocery store. And you're going to take off the little sticker. Because words in your work will fuck your shit up when I tell you that. Trust when I tell you that. So you need the cinnamon. You need a special little mixture of teas, whatever you want to put in it. I won't tell you what's in this. If you want this recipe, send me $20. But, this This is a very powerful mix of herbs that I use. And I love it, honey. If you took in one of my classes, I think we talked about that. But anyway, incense, of course, the two incense that I love to use when it comes to love work is pure cinnamon, right? Pure cinnamon. Cinnamon spices things up, but keep it nice and sweet. They say that woman is made from sugar and spice and everything nice, and men are made of sour apples. Anyway, so jasmine incense are also great. Jasmine is great for all matters, whether it's love, happiness, success, money, and also most importantly, protection. Get you some jasmine incense, honey. Natural, raw, pure. If you can find the roses and make your own little tea, go ahead and do it. And the next incense that I think is very powerful in this type of work is an incense called champa. Champa looks like a magnolia. It's a beautiful little flower. Very, very strong incense, honey. And this is really, really good for fidelity. So if you're already married or you already in a relationship and you're trying to get this motherfucker to commit, this incense is good for you. If you got someone in mind and you said, but I really want him to come, this is going to be good for you. And like I said, I advise this work to be done for people who already have a man in mind. You already know somebody, and you just need that extra push, or we're going to say and you've done work already on yourself, because what is at the bottom is going to surely motherfucking rise. When you start working with candles and stuff, you're going to add heat to the situation, and it's going to cause things to boil, right? When you turn the water on, I don't know if you ever did that. I'm a cook, so I watch water. Okay, I watch water boil over and over and over. Matter of fact, my grandma had these little brown glass pots. I'm thinking about it. They're like kind of transparent, and it was like a medium one. It was like a casserole pan, a big pot, and a small pot. Clear brown. Well, not clear, but brown, transparent. And you can see a little water start to pop up. So it starts at the bottom as little air bubbles, and then the bubbles start moving up, and it becomes a big bubble. So that's what happens when you do work. Okay. So yes, we're also going to be using candles, a pink color candle. My candle of preference is for a deity that I love so dearly. Her name is the Lady of Guadalupe. Anybody know the Lady of Guadalupe? You comment below. This is also a derivative, or would say an avatar of the Virgin Mary. Hum, hum, hum. We love the Virgin Mary, honey. Okay, because they create with this and not with this. Anyway, so this is perfumed. I got this at Walmart for 92 cents. And the color is pink. Now, depending on the type of work that you're trying to do, you can use pink with red, pink with green, yellow with red, yellow and pink, green and yellow, green and orange. And like I said, you should already know what those colors are. I'm not going to give those as a suggestion to you. If you're wanting that, you need to hit me up for a collaboration, 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com or 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com. Anyway, another item you're going to need is honey. Now, of course, I like to use raw honey. I don't even know why I just pulled this out, but this is the one I like to use. There's one called Miller's Honey, raw, pure clover honey. Let me just get me a little bit of this. Y'all don't mind if I taste this, do you? Because I want to make sure that everything come out my mouth tonight is nice and sweet. It's nice and sweet, honey. So this is what you do to a cussing tongue. You know, back in the day when kids used to cuss, y'all remember y'all mom used to put the hot sauce in your mouth, supposedly rinse out with soap. Bitch, put some honey on their tongue. They'll say everything's sweet and nice, honey. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sweetie, honey, baby, sugar. Also, what you're going to be needing is something called Caro. That's just tea. Caro light kern syrup with real vanilla. Okay. And if you're Spanish, real vanilla. Okay. So the reason why you use this is because this Caro syrup is actually kern syrup, salt, and vanilla. Now we know that salt is of the earth. So that's that balancing energy, honey. If he comes into a relationship or she comes into a relationship, Cocoa Puffs, bitch is going to balance her ass out. Vanilla is sweetening. It's attractive. And many people don't know this, but let me share this with you. Vanilla scents actually make a nigga's Okay, I got to catch myself. Excuse me. Woo, excuse me. Vanilla actually makes a male's boxers go, woo, woo. That's it. That's all this I'm gonna say right there. So of course I normally use liquid sugar, but unfortunately my local places do not carry liquid sugar no more. You know, back in the day, oh my God, honey, I was just buying up liquid sugar like it was nothing, honey. I guess somebody caught wind. They said that witch bitch, I was in here buying that shit. What's she doing? So, like corn syrup, same motherfucking thing. Of course, we know that corn, corn was very abundant to the ancestors, honey. Corn was abundant. It's still actually abundant in a lot of places. It was used as currency at one point, if you don't know that. So this is good for that, okay? And we also are going to have, like I said, the mixture. We're also going to have some cinnamon. Okay, this ain't fresh. Okay. Okay, there we go. And we're also going to use some rosebuds. Look at those beautiful little rosebuds or rose petals. Ooh. Ooh, we love that. Okay. Also, something that you're going to need, which you can get at Walmart, this makes your situation a lot easier, is a dual-headed melon baller. We all love a baller, don't we? Now, I don't know about y'all, you know, back in the day when I first was into, you know, looking for a sugar daddy, I wanted a baller, shot collar, 20-inch rims on an Impala. But I realized that a lot of these ballers are fucking liars. They're deceivers. And I almost got caught up in some nasty shit where the federal, we'll just keep it at that. It was almost a federal offense, and I had no way about that. So all the people that be looking for sugar babies, you might want to be careful. Or if you're looking for sugar daddies, you might want to be careful what kind of business he does, because bitch, you getting caught up in that. Especially the motherfucker wired you some money through Best Western and all that shit, girl. They coming for your ass, girl. Bye, and they will investigate you. So anywho, just the word got me doing it because I said I need a boiler. Okay, I need a boiler, a boil, dual boiler. Anyway, and of course you're gonna need a knife. And of course, you're going to have to sanitize your area with sage, lavender. Typically, when I do love work, I like to burn my lavender, my rosebuds, cinnamon, a little bit of my little oil that I have here. I'll just say I got honey in it. And I let it burn, then I get into the work. So, of course, many of you know that apple is a very popular offering because it is connected to Venus, the planet of love. Yes, it's sacred to a lot of deities too, in the Nordic, American, and African. Gee, get into that right there. And one of them we all know is who? Aphrodite. But I want to take you way back before those deities. I want to take you way back, all the way back to Mother Isis. My mouth's kind of watering a little bit. Because there's many aspects to the spell that I'm going to tell you guys right now. And the one that I love this one, but you got to step your poom poom up once you start trying the basic stuff. So there's another one, which I may share and I may not, because I got to keep some of that when I do work for people. But the apple with that, y'all, honey, I just thought about it when I'm doing this. So anyway, I forgot what I was on. Oh, so this is very, very powerful. It's in it's in the Bible. It's in a holy Bible. In the beginning of the book of Genesis. Okay. And I don't know if that's the beginning of the book. I think that's more of the middle of the book. Because of course that happens when a new tribe of people came. Because before Adam and Eve, there was other people here too. That's a lot of motherfuckers say there was no Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or not Eve and Eva. Like, girl, shut up and sit your ass down, honey. You sound dumb. Okay. But anyway, so the apple, the serpent, also known as the root rising into the soma, gave Isis the apple. And in the apple, she gained knowledge. In the apple, she became aware of who she is and what she is to be. And we're so thankful for that. Let me just give a praise and honor to that. Thank you so much. I'm giving a praise break within my spirit right now. I just want to say thank you, Isis, for biting that damn apple. And, we know that Adam, he was a little too crazy for that. But anyway, we won't get into that. So the apple is also a symbol of wisdom, knowledge. And so, like I said, it's just very symbolic for a lot of stuff. So, as you know, sometimes people think about cutting the apple down the damn middle. And I said I was going to do a disclaimer. 95% of authentic rituals, and we're going to go back to the ancient because I don't know anything about this new age bullshit. I don't know anything about vinegar and bleach. I don't know about that shit. Okay. The authentic original spells and rituals in magic requires the usage of bodily fluids, whether it is blood, whether it is urine, saliva, vaginal fluids, penile fluids. Can I say penile fluids? I love saying that word. Penile fluids. But it requires the uses of fluids. So this spell does require saliva. You might want to, hello, when you get your man or your woman, you're going to be kissing on them. You're going to be giving them a whole bunch of tea with that mouth. I mean, if you're my type, if you're my spiritual folk, my kinfolk, okay, you definitely going to be doing a lot of things with that mouth, honey. All right. So let's not get all dainty and shit when it comes to using apples or in all this other tea leaf spells, honey. Ain't nobody paying attention. You should be telling nobody what the fuck you're doing any damn way. But you want to make sure that you are not going to slice. There's a right and wrong way to cut an apple when it comes to this type of work. You want to make sure that you cut it hamburger, not hot dog. Hot dog is up and down vertically, and hamburger is side to side or widthwise or horizontally. Can we talk about it? So you want to make sure you cut it. And now, see, I want to give her a little bit of history about this too, because I love apples. And a lot of the deities that I work with, apples are a part of them. And a lot of people say, yeah, Oshun, because Oshun's connected to Venus, and she's like aspect of Aphrodite. Well, little do you know that Oshun has more than one planet. Oshun is also connected to the planet of Mercury. If you actually if you know anything about counting, let's say you can count up to 10. That's all you need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 is half of the lowest number you can reach. If you do not know anything about numerology, 10 is the highest number before it starts getting into the double numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14. Matter of fact, if 10 appears, it's either going to be a 1 or it's going to be a 9. Okay. But 10 is the highest, lowest that you can get. And half of that, which is now split into 2, is 5, going into the symbolism of Oshun. She also has a dual side, honey. She has a nice, sweet side where if you want something, she'll give it to you. Then she has that fucked up side where she said, bitch, you double crossed me. Now I got to teach your ass a motherfucking lesson. Okay, so you want to make sure you cut this apple side. Now I should go get a cutting board, but I want to do this for the purpose of this video. So you're going to cut this apple. Let's see if this knife can handle it. You're going to cut this apple to width size, honey. Hold on, let's see if we can get into this. And I'm using my little spiritual knife, honey, because I got all that energy up on it. You know, all that little energy, honey. Okay. You hear it clucking? And guess what? When you cut the apple down the middle, what do you see there? The 5-pointed star. Everything in magic is about symbolism, and we want to make sure that we keep the energy going. So, of course, I did not mention when you're doing this work, play some love music. I was just playing my little love music right now, honey. Can we still play this? See if we can play it. You know, it's put me in a lovey mood, honey. So using those little stars like that. Ow. Now, you're going to use the bottom side. Let's turn it off now. And I hope that you can keep up with me. I hope that you can keep up with me, honey. So when you are finding that man or that woman, honey, because you guys are both men. One is a man with a womb. One is a man with a tiny womb. Can we talk about it? One has an enlarged, productive, working womb. The other one has a dormanted womb. How are you doing? And both of y'all have a higher and lower womb. So that's another thing going into why you want to cut the apple from top to bottom, not down the middle. Also, I mean, biblically, they talk about splitting in half and shit, but we all know what that happens because now you have the male on one side, the female on one side. You got men trying to prove that they're greater than females, and you got women trying to prove the same thing. So that just causes division, and we don't want that. We want you to understand, or we want the spirits to understand that I'm looking for a man or woman to be my top or lower half. Depends on your cup of tea. I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are. If you're dominant, if you're submissive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You could be a dominant female or a dominant male or a submissive female or a submissive male. I definitely need a submissive male, honey, because I'm a very dominant female, and that's just it is what it is. But anyway, so we're gonna use the lower half for what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna use the top half for offerings. You're gonna slice it into 5 different pieces, or what I love to do, I like to slice this up. And of course, you're gonna need more than one fucking apple, and make a cute little apple crisp or an apple pie, like a mini one. That might be a little too fancy, yeah. Because how many of y'all know how to cook? Please comment below if you know how to cook. Because I don't think a lot of people know how to cook. Because I kid you not, every time I meet a guy off of an app or something, that's the first thing he say. Everything seems too good to be true. I'm like, well, I'm transgender. Ow, outside of that, but he's like, well, no, motherfuckers don't know how to cook nowadays, honey. I love cooking. I set up in the house, bitch. My mama, I grew up on home cooked meals. Honey, we don't buy two. What? Honey, maybe I asked my mama to give me a tour. I said, can I do a tour of your kitchen to show you, honey? My mother don't play that, honey. There's no now. Girl, bye. So anyway, so like I said, you can make this into a cute little pie, cute little custard. Keep the seeds. And that's just what I'm going to say. You be very creative with that. But you're going to use this little baller. Normally what I'll do is I'll just cut out the center and scoop it out. Well, we're going to use this baller for this matter. Now, this is where things get to be a little graphic, honey. Okay, so you're gonna scrape, you're gonna, pop that out. See that right there? And I'm going to advise you to put this on a plate. And I'm putting it in my hand because I'm going to tell you why. So you're just going to scoop out the little pieces. You see that? Oh, that's just so pretty. Look at that. That is so pretty. Honey, yeah, that is so pretty. You're going to just scoop out the core. Scoop out the core of the apple because you want him to be your balancing piece. You want her to be your balancing piece. And like I said, this is very powerful. Anybody could do this, whether you're heterosexual, homosexual, but this technique right here is very, very powerful for the heterosexual identifying individuals. So you want to make sure that you keep the apple intact. You don't want to be scraping too hard and fuck up the outer skin. If that happens, you're going to have to redo it again. But what you're going to do is season all. Now, no, we'll say that. Don't take the seeds out if you can, put them to the side. But what you're going to do is right now, because the whole time you're doing this, you're thinking about love, right? So the inside is nice and hollow. So now this is where it gets a little, I hope that you two don't mind me doing this, This is where it gets a little, they don't mind it. So you're going to take the flesh. And then in the whole process while you're doing this, because I want you to be creative, I'm about teaching one, eaching one. Each one, teach one. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do. You've got to be creative. We're giving you the foundation. Please be creative. Because I know some people like to say, well, when you're doing this, how to be creative? When I'm doing this, I put the flesh of the apple inside my mouth because I'm thinking of the flesh, this being my man's flesh. And I'm going to place the pieces of the core of the apple within my mouth, and I'm going to chew it up. Now, the whole time I'm chewing, because of course, saliva deals with bonding, okay? That's a DNA thing. That's a bonding thing. There's actual enzymes that are released in your saliva when you put food in your mouth, even before you ingest them. So you're going to place this in your mouth. You're going to chew on it. And the whole time, I like to close my eyes. You're going to think of the ideal man if you don't have that yet. If you have that, you're going to think of this man committing to you or this woman committing to you. And you're going to do the whole time. If it takes you 20 minutes to do it, do it. But we're going to do it, okay? And like I said, I'm going to be very discreet and stuff this because, of course, I'm doing it. I hate people present things and they don't do it. We're going to do the motherfucking work. Because like I said, it's about being effective. Fuck that powerful shit. So we're going to take the inside of the apple. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 You now spit the inside of the apple back into the motherfucking apple. Bam. You take your little mix, right? While you're doing this, you're keeping it all focused on him or her. Put a little mixture in your hand. You gotta wake up these thinking of him. Sexy. Caribbean too. Ew. Okay. You're gonna place the mixture inside of the apple with that mixture. Stir it up. Thinking about this man. Come to me. Sexy motherfucker. See, you don't got to be PC correct, honey. You don't got to be politically correct because at the end of the day, honey, this is your spirits bringing in this man or this woman. Once that's nice and mixed up, I'm going to take my rosebuds and I'm going to sprinkle it in the inside, thinking of the same thing. And remember, there's power in numbers. So we're going to do it 3 times because we want to manifest this nigga, okay? Or this man or this woman. Okay. Now, once that's nice in there, you stir it up thinking the exact same stuff, and don't feel disgusted. Ew, I put spit in it. Because when you do that and this man go to kiss you, then we know that when he go kiss you, honey, you won't be like, yeah, I don't do the kissing. Okay. Take your pieces of cinnamon, and I like to take 5 pieces. 1, or you're gonna stick it in there. 2, 3, because remember the apples is around 5. 4, 5, right? And there you have it. Now this is where it gets really cute and really, really sexy. And also, I'm going to tell you exactly, you can be creative with how you're going to do this, but we're going to do it this way because, of course, okay. So now we're going to take the honey and we're going to drizzle it in there. Ooh. And you don't think about it. Sweetness, sweetness, come to me. Okay. And what you're going to do, so you want to make sure everything is nice and sanitary. You're going to stick your tongue within the apple, thinking of all of the things. Now, honey, I don't know about y'all, but this is also very sensual, sexual. This is exciting because while you're sticking your tongue in here, you're thinking of this man or this woman, tonguing each other, whatever. We'll use it for your own mind, okay? You're just going to taste a little bit of this honey. You're going to taste just a little bit. Honey, keep moving. Everything I use is organic. The cinnamon sticks, the rosebuds, all organic, no pesticides, no pesticides, okay? Once you're done with that, you do need your petition paper. And we got a brown paper bag. Okay, I brought a whole brown paper bag. Oh, here we go. We got a brown paper bag because, of course, brown paper bags are the rawest paper type that you can get. It's the least amount of processed. It's the least amount of dye. We're talking about bare brown paper bag. No markings on it, no stamp, no color, no none of that. We're going to take that. We're going to take our little pen. Oh, shit, I hope I brought a damn pen in here. Hold on. We got a pen. Oh, we got a brown pen. Brown is good for stabilizing and neutralizing negative energy. So anyway, you're going to take your pen. You're going to write your petition out. I like to use a simple petition for this. And a simple petition is just me putting my name down 3 times and me putting on top, love me long time. Catch that T right there. And then around it, I put little hearts around. So that's what you're going to do. And if you don't want to write your whole name, you go ahead and just put initials there. That's okay. And remember, things are done in 8 7s and 9s, or excuse me, 3 7s and 9s, okay? And you're going to do love me long time. Love me long time. Love me a long time. You just take your little hearts and you just go around and just, clockwise. Counterclockwise is to repel. Clockwise is to bring in. Okay. I also like to add my little sigils and signatures, honey. So whatever that is to you, symbols of what things mean to you. You might can add in some Venus signs, some Mercury signs, because Mercury and Venus works great together. Hello. Mercury and Venus work great together. If you are not aware of who and what Mercury is actually a symbol of the forever moving God. Yes, he was a messenger amongst the gods. Also, he was very good at tricking and or bringing on different personas. Get into that too. But anyway, let's not educate about June, honey. Maybe we'll do a little video on Gemini. So I'm a Gemini, so maybe we can get a little dedication to them. But anyway, so we got the petition, and once again, we're getting into saliva because what is mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. Because this work right here is to get you a husband. Okay, so we're gonna get all up on that, like, We're gonna fold it 3 times, okay, and we're gonna stick it on top of the honey that we just stuck up in there. And also, 2 ways of doing this, because all this is energy. I've had this in my hand. I've added my bodily fluids into it. My petition is there. This is all energy. What you can do is, this is not going to work, obviously. Oh, okay. Maybe you can get it cut open enough to actually place your pink candle on the inside. And of course, you're going to anoint this candle, charge this candle, poke your holes in it, write your sigils on it, put your little ingredients in it, sugar, all the good stuff. But if you're not going to use this as a candle burner, even with the pillar, this is where your caro come in at. Where the hell I put that caro? Caro. Okay, so this is where the caro comes in at. You're going to flatten that out. You're going to pour the caro in there, fill it up. Hello. You're going to take your pillar, and we have several pillars, but the pillar is going to be stuck on the caro, and the caro is going to be used as a holder. Okay, and you're going to let it burn down for however long you need to burn down for. You be creative with that. But if you're not going to do that, you can actually just use this for the energy as the offering, or whatever you say, what's on the altar. Take your candle, like I said, it depends on the color that you're wanting, and burn it next to it. Okay, because what's on the inside is on the outside, and what's around it is definitely within it. Let's talk about that, okay? And then, of course, you place it on your slab, and you do your thing. Aphrodite, whatever love deity. Hell, maybe if you have your own little deity, maybe you want to work with Santa Muerte, maybe you want to work with your ancestors. Apples are also great offerings for that. And I guarantee you will see something. Guarantee you, if you're somebody who has not, and I always tell y'all, that I'm about effectiveness. I'm not about trial and error and ooh, is it going to work? I don't know. Because, girl, apples are not for free unless you grow your own apples. Brown paper is not for free unless you make your own brown paper bag. Cinnamon sticks are not for free unless you have a cinnamon tree in your backyard. I doubt that, though. Rosebuds ain't for free unless you grow your own roses. Yeah, So all the things you use are going to cost coin, and I'm not about wasting coin. $20 wasted is $20 that you could have invested, okay? That's why I'm not a fan of drinking and smoking and all that, because I could take that $20 and, invest it in some gold or some silver or something else, girl, bye. And that's it. Very simple spell. Like I said, give it some time. The more energy you put into it, the more energy you're going to get out of it. And like I said, this is going to be very effective for those who already know yourself, who already knows the person. If you don't know, you're just like, I want to do this to kind of open that door. Do it. This is great for that. I guarantee, like I say, you will see your results. If you do this effectively, or should I say continuously, not effectively. If you do this continuously, then it becomes a ritual, and you would definitely see speedy results. Not just speedy, but effective results, right? Or long-lasting results, not results that's going to come in and go away. So yeah, that's it as far as doing the spell. Simple. Like I say, you be creative, you add in stuff, you take stuff out, you make it a little long, you do a little offering, you make a little process. It's totally up to you. This is a spell that works, even with me just saying or using whatever we just used. It works the exact same way. It is actually also a term come to me. It's a version of that. Come to me. You're sweetening, you're bringing in, you calling upon the spirits to come on in and to assist you. So that's it, honey. You grew up eating elotes. Come on, that's right, honey. Corn on a cob, honey, with some sour cream. Hello, with some seasoning, honey, some tahini, honey. I don't know what y'all be using out there, maybe seasoning salt. And there's many different ways to make elote too, honey. They make it now with hot Cheetos. So, 2 pointers I want to give, or 1 major pointer. No, 2. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure before you do any love work that you are comfortable with yourself. You know yourself. You know if you're heterosexual, homosexual. If you like men sometimes, women sometimes. Make sure you know what you want. Also, in aspects of you know gender-wise or sexual-wise what you want. Do you want to be a bad boy or a good boy? Do you want him to be a busy man or non-busy man? Because a lot of people complain, and that's why you got to be very mindful of this, because I'm a victim of this. I've been doing about magic since I was a preteen, okay? So I've done some things I learned from my mistakes, and that's why I came here and I'm sharing with y'all my insight. I've done love spells, and I thought I wanted a gangster. I thought I wanted a man that works hard. Because I said, honey, I want to make sure that me and my life is set. I don't want to work for nothing. Honey, girl, bye. What? Honey, when I get over some age, I want them to say, can you come on and work? What's work? Right. So what happened with that was I met all these men that were successful, and they all had busy ass motherfucking schedules. To where it's like, honey, I don't get to see you. But it's like, honey, I asked for it. I said I wanted a man who is financially stable and very, 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 very well endowed when it came to money. And unfortunately, like I said, you have to be specific for what you want. You gotta be specific on the things you want, especially magically, because you're adding fuel to the fire, and that causes a lot of things to start in motion. And of course, you get into the history of that. In my class that I'm going to be offering within the next 2 or 3 weeks, black and white magic and even black candle magic. Anyway, we're going to go more in depth with that because, of course, colors are everything, but it's also about being creative and what's coming from within. Because if you can't muster up the strength to swim across the motherfucking ocean, then you can't call upon those spirits that's going to do the same motherfucking thing. Because they're going to say who, what, when, how, where, why. And that's why scripture says, do not live with fear within your heart. Do not live in fear. Everything the scriptures talk about the heart. Everything. Even going into like a whole bunch of people, how I won't even go into that. That's not my business. But yes, honey, you grew up with Georgia women, honey. That's right. Be creative, honey. Thank you, Rico. How you doing? Yes, honey. Get some of that. Come on. Yes, come on, honey. Listen, I'm telling you, Jay, when you get a man to come over, you get you a vanilla candle, real vanilla candle, okay? You put that candle on. Honey, you be like, come over here. Let me talk to you, honey. Let him come on over there. Honey, get you some peach musk, peaches represent a whole bunch of tea. We'll say that for another video. Get you some of that peach musk. Honey, come on in. One of the people got one of these oils from me. Actually, I remember it. It was Adam and Steve oil. I'm so bad. Anyway, it was Adam and Steve oil, and I put a little something up in it. But he's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Now my postal man is sitting on me. Men I didn't even know get down and starting to approach me. And I don't know if it's the fact is that I recently lost weight and I got this now, or it's the oil that you made for me. And I told him one of the ingredients in that oil is peach. And peach is very, very powerful when it comes to feminine, juicy, bottom tail men. Let's talk about it. So actually, when it comes down to some videos, we're going to break that video into 2 separate parts, actually. Because everybody ain't into booty. Everybody ain't into getting done in the booty. That's also a misconception. when it comes to the LGBT community. Everybody think that everybody's scissor. Everybody, when it comes to the lesbian lifestyle, they think everybody's scissor. And when it comes to the gay lifestyle, man on man, they think everybody take it in the bud or everybody like that shit. And it's like, honey, everybody don't get down like that, brother. And who's the pitcher? Who's the catcher? Well, you can't tell by looking at people because there's a lot of feminine pitchers out there. There's a lot of masculine catchers. Catch that tea. You, yow, that, you know, yow. I almost said something that's not really my business. But anyway, okay. So yeah, that's it with that. And like I said, be creative. Take your time and prepare this. Think about it. You know, I'm going to include a picture of the man. I'm going to include his zodiac. I'm going to include this. Be creative with what you add into this. But it's definitely going to work because, like I said, adding natural things into your casework or into your spiritual work makes it more effective. That powerful shit, that is I think, a commercialized term. You want a powerful spell. Power is in the eye of the beholder. So I think, honestly, when people use the word powerful, you can't really say it was false advertisement because powerful to them may not be what's powerful to you. I know, honey, that word powerful, honey, is different for me versus a lot of people. Because a lot of people be like, powerful, this, then I'm like, if that's what you call power, honey, then I don't know what to say then. Okay? Yeah, so leave it to the master, just right. Right, they don't. No, they don't. No. So yes, be creative. I'm telling you, make this your own magic, okay? Make it your own magic. That's why I don't like to be, you know, when I'm teaching stuff, I don't like to be on it, you know, and I tell people to be creative because if your perception is, because your perception is your reality, and we all have different perceptions because we all come from different cultures. We'll just say we come from different backgrounds. Some of us grew up in a sheltered home. Some of us grew up in an open home. Some of us grew in a home where, you know, this was not allowed, but that was allowed. So either way, our perception or our view of reality or our reality is separate. Now, I talked about this before, and I will say it again. Actuality and reality is two different things. That's why people say reality ain't that much reality because it's scripted. Well, duh, because reality is somebody else's perception of what is real. Hello? And we even break that down even to going into reality spelled E-R-E-A-L or real spelled R-E or reality spelled R-E-E-L-I-T-Y. Hello? Get into that. And we know what a reel is. A reel is that little film that they put in the old days for movies and shit, where even VHS, where there's a film, like a film, I don't know what kind of film that is, where they actually have the movie written on that or you know, scripted on there, and it plays. That's a reel. So like I said, reality, in the word reality tells you that this is somebody else's perception of what is actually real. But in actuality, which is the fact that the sky is blue, whether you're colorblind or not, honey, you know the sky is blue. Everybody knows the motherfucking sky is blue. You know, whether you're Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim, black, white, it doesn't matter, but you know that the sky is above you, not below you. Hello? If you think the sky is below you, I'm going to have to ask you to go ahead and check yourself into the next mental institution because we got too much shit out here in the damn way. Go ahead and check yourself to the next institution because we all know that. So that's actuality. Okay. Reality is different. In my reality, you know, everybody is on this Nipsey Hussle stuff and they're not really doing their research. People who actually know Nipsey Hussle, people that actually know people that are connected, they know what the truth is. So they know the actuality of things. But people who've watched it from a fan perspective, seen videos of him, heard audio of him, once again, we're dealing with reels of him. They have a reality of who he is, not an actuality of who he is. So that's why they're saying things like he's Creole and he's from Louisiana and they're doing all, he was magical. He did this and he did that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, girl, that's so crazy that a lot of y'all know more about his life than you do your own life. A lot of y'all out here worrying about what him and Lauren London, whatever her name is, was doing behind closed doors. You don't know what the fuck you and your man do behind closed doors, if y'all have a behind closed door. That's why I can't get caught up in that. I'm sorry, I got my life lived, honey. The only celebrity that I'm really honestly want to be in their business is Wendy Williams. Give me a call, Wendy. I won't tell nobody, honey. Give me Auntie, call me. Auntie, call me. Call me, Auntie. That's the only one I want to get in, honey. Azalea Banks, I loved her too. I wanted to reach out and, but the bitch just ignored it. So fuck you too. Nigga. Fuck you too. Fuck you, Azalea. Fuck you, Azalea. I don't give a fuck because you looking like Azalea. Hey, you looking hard. Bitch, you better go to Mars. I don't give a fuck because you coming like that. Disrespectful bitch, you whack. You think you that. Think you all that, but you really not, bitch, you whack. That's why they made you from Ireland. Looking like bitch because you thought red. They think you a pop. Anyway. Yeah, okay. But anyway. You're right. I don't find certain European deities to be powerful. Come on. Okay, come on, Jay. No, they're not doing a research, Jay. And that's why I'm just like, it makes me scratch my head. Now I want to scratch this lace up, honey. Let me gently scratch this scalp. It makes me scratch my head because I'm like, honey, 1 week, oh my God, my life is falling apart, everybody. Please pray for me and my family. We're going through a lot right now. And the next week, Nipsey Hussle just so happened to pass away. And then it's all these memes of Nipsey Hussle. And I'm just like, bitch, you even know him? And all these God references like, honey, do you know the God that he looks like was a Mesopotamian God, not an African God? It was the Mesopotamian God. So for you people out there who are very Afrocentric and in fact very racist, when it comes to other cultures, I need you to have several seats when you have these pictures of him next to other motherfuckers that is not a part of your culture. I need you to have several seats because you look bipolar, hypocritical. And I'm like, no wonder why I didn't get close with that bitch. I see why now. She out here posting shit or he out here posting shit because there's some guys too post shit about Nipsey Hussle. Didn't know that man from a damn paint on the wall. You want to talk about him before he died. Now he died, but you know Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, honey, another king lost. So your baby daddy ain't a king? Oh, excuse me. Baby fathers. They're not kings? Hello? Because if he's a king, they definitely not kings. Because where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? I'm just saying, I'm not cutting in. So like I said, I think about that. You have like even these blogger stuff. I'm like, if you're going to be a blogger or a commentator and you're going to talk about people's personal lives, give us a background of your personal life. Are you married? Are you not married? How many kids you got? Do you do not have kids? Can you have kids? Like, let us get you, because I don't know about y'all. I love when people are nosy about other people's lives, but they're open about their lives. Like, I'm very open about my life, honey. Very open. Going into people that are not, it's like, how are you a commentator? And I'm not a commentator. I don't get into that. Because when you're content and happy with your life, you don't care about nobody else's life. You don't do it for publicity stunts. You don't do it for monetary values, honey. You say, honey, it is what it is. Okay, we love that. Keep it moving. Because your life is a struggle. Your life is not a struggle. Your life is a process. And you don't have no free open space to pause your life. Pause. And worry about the next bitch's life. That's why I tell people, I don't worry about your life unless I'm paid to worry about it. If we're not doing anything business-wise, honey, I don't care who's what, how it's who. Did he do it? Did he not do it? What he got? Did he kiss you? Did he not kiss you? How many kids you got? If you don't got any kids, is your wig falling off? Is your panty itching? That's not my concern, girl. You better send over some tea if you want to be nosy into your business, because my life is pretty busy. Okay? My life is pretty busy by itself. So I'm not into people's business like that. But of course, I would love to, reach out to Wendy Williams because, of course, I just feel like she needs a genuine hug. And I'm a hugger. I love hugging people. And I just feel like, I could just give her that true tea, that true tea, honey. She read me down, I can read her down, honey. You want to be shady, but I'll read her down and say, whatever, we have a lot in common. We're very private people. We're not really into people like that. We're into people when it comes to business, but privately, bitch, ain't nobody up in my house. Bitch, we don't got an assistant there, a teacher there, this and that, bitch. We might have a security there. We might have a friend over there. One friend, I said a friend. We might have a friend over there. We have a security over there, bitch. But we don't got a house full of motherfuckers. Excuse me, one of y'all, can y'all pass up? Bitch, we don't do that. No. My house is my panties. We don't let that many people come into my panties. We ain't letting that many people come into my home. How you doing? No tea, no shade, honey. And if your home is your office and you got people at your house like that, I advise you to get a physical office, not in your home. That you do everything in that house. You shit, piss, share things in that house, and now you're letting other people's energy come on there. Bitch, y'all better get it together. I'm telling y'all, get it together. But anyway, yes, honey. Yeah, no cut-ins. Listen, she cut in, I'm gonna cut in right back on her, honey. But anyway, I know she's not like that. Wendy puts on this exterior as if, you know, that's how she is. You know, I've done some spiritual insight on her. She's not like that. She's not that way. She's putting on that. She's put on that because she's a hurt woman. You know, she's a hurt girl. Let's say that. She's a 50-plus-year-old girl. She had issues as a kid that was not resolved. And what's coming out now, we actually talked about that last year. Well, not everybody. Those who were a part of my little spiritual callings, a few of us, we talked about that last year. Because I want to do a reading on her. I want to say last year, I want to do a reading on her and Azealia Banks. And I said, honey, there's a lot of tea going on over there that's about to hit the motherfucking fan. And matter of fact, something just came out, and I just want to say this, like, well, I'm not into it anyway, so I don't have to put a disclaimer right there because what's the chance of y'all know this? Something came out about some information that was to a T, and someone is going to assume that I know that person, I'm connected with that person, and it was somebody exposing someone. And my thing is this, I'm not a part of that at all, no way, shape, or form at all. I don't do that cup of tea. You know, I'm a part of the LGBT community. I'm part of the LGBT community that get hit on and associate with heterosexual people, and most of them are very discreet about their life, which even if you weren't into the same sex or a transgender person, you should still be discreet about your life. You shouldn't tell everybody who and what it's like. And I'm talking to a doctor, his name is McKinney, blah, blah, blah. Like, you shouldn't do that. That's very tacky. That's very nasty. So, like I said, you know, I just know people, and I know based on people's actual type of person they are. So, of course, because I'm experienced, okay, I'm going to say that's that person they are. That's how they're going to be. So I call it how I see it. And like I said, something came out recently confirming what I said. And this is not even publicly that I confirmed this, but I said this with some of our little inner circle people. And they're going to be like, when they do see it, whenever that's going to be, because they're going to see it, they're going to be like, does this bitch know this motherfucker? And I can assure you this, if I knew the motherfucker, his skin would be definitely snatched. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. His skin would definitely be on point. Who you doing? Okay. But anyway, we say get your chonies. Get your chonies. Oh, cronies. Cronies off my porch. Okay. Come on, honey. That's why my spirits had to get rid of my motherfucking roommate. He was bringing too many lower vibrations. That cayenne and black pepper got hint right together. I know that's right. I know that's right. We don't do that. I'm telling you, Mm-mm. 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 There may be something down the line that I'm going to do that's going to require a conjoining of something, but even then it's going to be a lot of space and opportunities to stay the fuck out my way. Okay, a lot of space and opportunities to stay the fuck out my way. That's what that's going to be about, and I'm okay with that. But if everything was the same thing and everything was together, I would have to think about that. Like, oh, honey, I can't do that. Tried that, living in quarters with people, being up and close to people like that, and I can't do it. People have rubbed me the wrong way, and I can't. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know my responsibilities, and I stick with them. Other people don't have that ability. There's a lot of incapable people, and I'm not judging them, but we're just not meant to do things together. You're incapable of keeping yourself together. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say. Yes, honey. Yes, I meant no cut-ins on the African American community. Okay. But yeah, I had a good Saturday today, or I had a good day today, a great Saturday, and I caught up with a lot of family, and I loved it. Seeing your family, it just brings you back into reality, and I enjoyed it. And I thank those who actually signed up for the Goddess reading raffle, as well as those who signed up for the 50% off or half off any services, including classes. And I shout out to y'all. And like I said, we'll be announcing that Monday or Tuesday, because I'm thinking I'm gonna allow people to enter by Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 a.m. here, or 2:59 a.m. here. So yeah, it's funny. Come on, Rose. How you doing? And also, congratulations on one of my people. I need a testimony. I need a testimony once it's all done. I need a testimony once it's all done. I'm still waiting on that girl from Scotland. Hello? The girl from Scotland, honey, where you at? Let's tell people the power. Let's show people the power of unblocking. Oh, excuse me. Let's show people the power of how people will block you and the spirits will unblock it for you. How? The spirits will block it and they will remove the blockage. How you doing? Ain't that right, baby? Ain't that right? Spirit unblocked his ass lots of times. Ain't that right? So the spirit will block it and will unblock it and get you together. They'll help you out. They need to. They don't help you out. They won't. And shit, what it is. He looking like, bitch, why are you talking to me like that? That's how I talk to you. You want to go outside? You got to go outside and go pee-pee? Mm-hmm. He my baby. He my baby. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Yeah, he got to go outside and go poo-poo and pee-pee. He got to go outside and go pee-pee and poo-poo. Spirits over here moving shit right now, honey. Spirits over moving shit, huh? They moving shit? You want to go see them? Y'all heard that? They're moving shit, honey. Get the fuck out of my house. No, anyway, you can't sleep. Oh, he is sleepy. Rico was hot today, and yeah, allergies might be kicking his booty too. Yeah, my baby got allergies too. Yeah, what? What? Allergies kicking your booty too? You want to go to bed? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, he wants to go to bed. You want to go to bed? Yeah. 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 I want to go to bed. Yes. Oh my God, you guys, guess what? Oh my God, you guys will not believe this today. Today, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna go, y'all, because I have to go. It's 1:02 a.m. I got things I have to do. We got an early start. Yay. Okay. So I have not seen one of my nephews in well over 10 years. When I tell y'all that my nephew is taller than me, hello? We're talking about somebody who I've literally watched come out the womb. Bitch, almost. I missed it probably by like 30 minutes. I almost would have seen it because, yeah, I was very close to his mother, who's a Pisces, believe it or not. I don't know. Well, I know I attract Pisces because Pisces is my ascending. And also, of course, I'm Oshun, and Pisces are the daughters and sons of Yemaya. But anyway, so they, so my nephew, you know, I couldn't even believe it. I almost fell down. Oh God, I couldn't believe it. My cousin, who I also helped raise, by the way, because my auntie was pregnant and she didn't know she was pregnant at like 40 something years old. I think 40, I think my auntie was like 44. She didn't know she was pregnant, but we knew she was pregnant, but she didn't know. But I think she knew. She just wanted she didn't want to tell nobody because we knew she was pregnant. So when she had her son, I was in high school and I stayed with my auntie for a little bit. I lived at my auntie's house for maybe my whole sophomore year, I want to say. Like my whole sophomore year, I stayed at her house. So I helped raise her son because I was at home. I was at home. I went to school probably Tuesday and Thursday of the week because I did homeschooling. Who you doing? I sure did, bitch. I self-taught myself every motherfucking thing. How you doing? Who taught me to graduate from school, motherfucker, was motherfucking nature. Who you doing? So anyway, so I helped raise him. She worked a little job, like what, 9 in the morning to like 1 p.m. So, you know, oh girl. Mm-mm. Anyway, just he was a very hyperactive baby as well. Very hyper, you know, you have to watch his ass. But so I seen him as well. Then he's like, oh, you know, blah, blah, is big. And I was like, what? And I was like, what does he look like? Because of course I haven't seen him in so long. And I'm like, what does he look like? And then he said, hold on, let me go get him for you. And I'm looking to these crowd of people like, I walked past him. Who the hell is he? And sure enough, I see him walking over, y'all. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so old. because it's just crazy. So he's there, and I said, "You know who I am?" And he's like, "I know who you are. You're my nanny." And I said, "What is my name, though?" And then he said my name, and I was like, "Oh my God." And of course, I don't want to break down and get emotional about that because I don't know him like that. And people out there, I think they were trying to be nosy to see what was I going to do. So I was just thinking about the whole time, like, wow, that is so fucking crazy. And my sister was very, very about piecing people together. My sister was about, because everybody loved her, she was about bringing people together. And I know that that's something she would have loved. So to see that, it was like, oh my God. And I immediately said, bitch, you bitch. But also going into that too, I remember I did some work for somebody, I want to say a year ago. Yeah, it's a year ago. Yeah, it's a year ago. Yeah, May the 14th will be a year. Around Mother's Day, someone came to me and they wanted me to do work for them to reunite them and their mother, because of course a lot of people have had issues with their mother, and if it wasn't, fuck you bitch, or that type of thing, it was my mother and I don't see eye and eye. I love her as a mother, she loves me as a daughter, but we go back and forth. And of course a lot of that deals with a lot of stuff. Everybody's situation is different, but we did some work, healing work, and then we did some family stuff, and I made them a special oil. And this oil has a very powerful herb in it, which is very, very good for that type of stuff. So I remember I did that work, and as I was doing that person's work, my own stuff was coming up. And I was like, and that's what happens. Whether you do work for people or not, your own stuff come up. So that person hit me back and said, guess where I'm at? Where you at? Me and my mom, we just booked a cruise together, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's the first, whatever. And then bam, a month later. And then I'm like, okay. 3 months later, 4 months later, time went on. Things started to happen. Things was moving. Even people a part of my past, relatives I've not seen in a very long time who never crossed my mind started popping up. Oh, they asked about you. Oh, they're visiting. They want to see you. And it's like, what? I haven't seen that person since I was like 5 years old. Like, are they ever going to know who the fuck I am? And it's just crazy. So even going into this, I'm like, this is something manifesting. Because even going into that point to this point, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of great stuff. A lot of stuff that changed my future. And that's why I focus on the here and the now. Because, of course, thinking about the future and worrying about the future could stir up anxiety within yourself, which will start to shut down opportunities. Okay, potential, possibilities and probabilities. How? It shuts down possibilities and probabilities. So to keep that from happening, you live in this moment. And people back in the day would always say that, live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment. I never understood what that meant until me becoming an adult. And it's like, that's what the fuck that meant. So living in that moment, but still making plans about your future, but not really dwelling on it, will allow more opportunities to pop up, and these possibilities and probabilities to work out in your favor. And like I said, today was a very blissful day. And I had a good day. And I'm gonna have a good night. And I'm gonna have a good week. I'm having a good night because, bitch, I'm about to do this work and we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna lay down. We're gonna lay down. We're gonna watch some TV. You wanna watch a movie? We're gonna watch a movie. Yeah. Yes, it is so sweet, Rico. Oh my God, Rico. Whew. Rico was so amazing. It was so amazing. I'm telling you, it was so amazing. I'm like, wow. He was taller than me. I'm like, honey, I guess we all short. My sister was an inch shorter than me. My brothers are way taller than us, like way taller than us. And now my nephews are taller than us. I think like even my sister's kids are going to be tall because her oldest child comes up to my ear, and he's not even 10 years old yet. So I'm like, honey, they're going to be very tall. And I'm definitely going to be mama auntie, honey. Hello, I'm checking up on, because we know how these grown women be acting. You know what I mean? We know how these grown women be acting, honey. These cougars and shit, honey. I'm going to have to carry my little extra secret sauce. Beyonce said she got hot sauce in her bag, bitch. I got my special tip in my motherfucking bag, bitch. And let me find out about it. Bitch, let me find out. Let me find out one of you cougar asses was cougar around this damn corner. Bitch, no thanks. We need a upbringing tea. We We need to keep it nice and strong, nice and strong, honey. We need that. We don't need no damn cougar shit, honey. Ain't no time to be playing. Look, y'all can't see Anubis right now. He's literally pawing at me to say, "Bitch, who about to go outside?" Look, like he's literally doing this. Like he's literally opening his paw and doing this, like a cat. I guess you think, what? I know. You can wait. Give me 2 minutes. Then I took him to the park today, y'all. This motherfucker was chasing ducks. This motherfucker was chasing birds. This motherfucker was barking at an old woman. This motherfucker was barking at a tree. I guess the tree was doing too much. So I was like, who the fuck you barking at? Barking at a damn tree. I said, honey, this is why I don't take his ass nowhere. Because he gets paranoid. I think he got some type of anxiety, honey. He might have some type of anxiety disorder. I think it's from when his mother gave birth to him, honey. She gave birth to him in a plastic bag. So this traumatized my baby. Oh, baby, let's pray for him. God, please get rid of his anxiety of being in enclosed places and being alone because his mama had him in a plastic bag. She didn't know. She was a dog. She was a dog. She didn't know better. God, heal his heart. Heal his mind. Heal my baby mind. Yes, honey. You're 5'9". Come on, L. We're the same height, Rico. Who you doing? I'm 5'9" and 3 motherfucking quarters. Who you doing? Yes, honey. I just say I'm 5'10". Yes. Yes, honey. Your baby brothers are taller than you. They're 6'4". Isn't that crazy, Rico? That's very crazy. My sister was actually exactly 5'9". My sister was exactly 5'9". We were the same height before she had her surgery, the same bandwidth as far as bras. And with my surgery, we were the same boob size before, hers went down when she started losing her weight and stuff. So, yeah. So that's crazy, huh? But our brothers are like older than us and younger than us. So, I mean, we're all older than her, but our brothers are younger and older than me. And like I said, they're tall and very big. That's why people are like, training, all stuff. Honey, listen, I developed very differently because I'm intersex. And I keep saying this. I did not develop the way my brothers developed. My sister and I developed very similar to each other. Very similar, honey. We got pictures together. And of course, those who get to know me privately, you will see the pictures of us there. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. Because of course, Harry's always watching and ooh. But yeah, we had a lot of tea. And if you see me ever taller than her, I wore high heels. She does not like heels. My sister hated heels. She loved boots. She loves what do you call those little flat shoes? I'm not a fan of flat shoes at all. But she loves flat shoes because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. She loves flat shoes though. But I love high heels. I still love high heels. So if you ever see a picture of us together and I'm taller than her, it's because I have on heels. But we were the exact same height, very, very close in height. She was a little shorter than me. And shoe size, I was only one size bigger than her. My brothers wear a size 13, 13 and 15 in men. Yeah. 13 and 15, actually 13 and a half and 15. I wear a size 11 in men and in women. And it depends on the size of the woman or how it's made. I wear 13 in women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Depends on who make it. Honey, who you doing? Wendy Williams wears a size 13. Tamar Brax wears a size 13. Oprah Winfrey wears a size 13. Amanda Barr wears a size 13. Honey, hello. Scarlett Johansson wears a size 13. Hello. Uma Thurman wears a size 13. Bitch, ain't no shame my game, bitch. Yes, honey. I wear an 11 in most of the shoes I wear, which are women's shoes. And it depends on who make it. It got to be a 13 or a 47 or 48 or 49. I'm probably saying I was probably 47 or 52, whatever. I only own one Italian shoe. Okay, Christian Louboutins. Who you doing? Yes, honey. These Jezebel hussy predators will feel righteousness. They will definitely feel it, honey. I will sanctify and holy feel their ass, honey. I sure will. Excuse me, honey, who are you? You're old enough to be this young man's grandmother. You better sit the fuck back, bitch. You older than me or you the same age as me, honey. And I've seen this boy be born. So, bitch, you down. I don't give a fuck how grown he look and how mature he is, bitch. You got a daughter for him? You don't got a daughter for him, bitch. Sit the fuck back. Look at that shit. Sick of that shit, honey. Come on. Oh, we can share shoes, hey, Rico. Hey, Rico, what kind of shoes you wear? I'm going through your closet, Rico. Al, what is your inseams, Rico? What is your inseams? My inseams are 39 inches. 39. Yes, honey. Your grandma. Listen, I had an auntie. I had an auntie named Eileen, which I loved her. Oh my God, she loved my mom. So she loved our mom. She loved us. But this is the auntie that was psychically attacked. Something happened. See, this is what I tell you. She worked for the bus station. She drove the city line for a very long time. I want to say since like the 1980s, like a very, very long time. Probably even earlier than that, probably 1960s or 70s. So she was my mom's auntie. So that was my great auntie. And she wore a size 15 shoe, 15, 16. And very tall too. Like all of my grandparent, like my grandfather's siblings, they were all very, very tall because his dad was very tall. My great grandfather was a very, very tall man, and all his siblings, they were all very tall, which is so crazy. But yes, so his thing was also tall. So I have aunties that was tall. The crazy thing about it is though, I have a cousin out there. We won't say no names. I have several famous cousins, but this cousin right here, none of them fuck with us like that. I don't blame them. But anyway, so I have a cousin out there who is, we'll just put it at that. Her grandmother and my grandfather are real brothers and sisters. Like they share the same mama and the same daddy. Okay. They share the same mama and the same daddy. And the crazy thing about it is she's not that tall. She's probably like 5'10". And some of y'all would say, well, that is tall. Not around here. My family, that's not tall. And because the average height of my family is about 5'9". So that's not tall. And even in my area, there's a lot of very tall people here. So if you're tall, you will fit in over here. But anyway, so she's like I said, 5'10". And everybody else is like hella taller than her. And I think even like one of my grandfather's half sisters was probably like around the same height, like 5'11", but all of them were tall. So this auntie was like 6'2". She wore a size 15 shoe and just crazy. We loved her, honey. She was she opened her house up to foster children. She had a lot of foster kids. And in our family, whether you're foster or not, you're still our relatives because they were permanent. They were adoptive, excuse me, not foster, adoptive, because they actually had custody of them. And like I said, she was tall. Yes, honey. Sneakers, honey. You wear sneakers. I know that's like, come on, Rico. Look at that. Yes, honey. Can you sleep with your oil? You supposed to. You better sleep with that oil, Rose. Yes. Yes, honey. Listen, the bigger the body, the bigger the feet. People don't understand that. My family are very large bone people. You know, I can tell you this. We were very warrior-ish. Okay, very warrior-ish. We're talking about on my mother's side. My father's side, some are very, built like ooh, 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 but the women are more curvier on my dad's side than on my mother's side. On my mother's side, they're more statuous. They're more, big. Now they're very top heavy, but bottom heavy. No, no ass, no hips, no thighs. And even when they're plus size, believe it or not, when they're plus size, the thighs are a little juicy and they got a pudge, but there's no hips, no ass, none of that. And girl, okay. But on my dad's side, on that side, it's way different. They're very curvy, very, everything. May not have a booty, but very curvy. So like I said, on my grandfather's side, very warrior-ish, bitch, we're gonna whoop your ass. So like I said, we're all big boned, and my family know to put in some time, as they call it. We're very military based. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep it at that, honey. And the women are sometimes tomboyish, but they're still girly. They have men, they have children, but they're, tomboyish, honey, because they about that life. They're about that life, honey. I think I'm the most feminine in all the aspects, on the female side and the male side. Catch that T right there. I think I'm the most feminine in all aspects. I've always been. Always been. Listen, you probably hate having big feet because people made you hate having big feet. I've always loved big feet because, for one, I love everything that my ancestors blessed me with. And also, the men that I date have no problems. Now, I met a few men along the way, and we know what that's about because if they're short with small peens, they're usually afraid of taller, bigger women. If they're taller, they can have a small peen and they're okay with bigger women because they're like, I need a matchup. But sometimes if they're taller with bigger peen, they like smaller, very feminine women. So anyway, we'll go into that maybe in a video down the line. My perspective and my experiences of the type of men out there and the type of women out there. But yeah, me with my feet, honey, that didn't stop no man from getting over here and getting honey. I've had a ring on my finger several times. Honey, that didn't stop nothing. Honey, it is what it is, honey. I can run fast as hell, I bet you that. And if it comes down to me not having no motherfucking weapons, honey, I guarantee you, bitch. Okay, I guarantee you it came down to life or death, bitch. You better believe, honey. You better, if the spirits don't get you first, bitch, you better believe, bitch. By the time you come, bitch, you gonna have Tom, Dick, and motherfucking Harry waiting for your fucking ass. Who you doing? Can't shut you right there. Okay. Only my mom is her. Maybe she have 3 kids. See, I think that sometimes that plays a factor too. But I know a lot of people that had 8 kids and are still not curvy. I'm related to them. They've had 8 kids and they're still not curvy. That's why I'm like, don't get caught up in that whole feminine thing. Oh, they're a man. Sierra's a man because she don't have no hips. Oh, Wendy. Oh, like, don't get caught up in that because not everybody is built to be curvy. And as I told you, going into phenotypes and genetics, because genetics plays a role in how you're going to look, how big your hands are going to be, how big your face is going to be. Some of us are blessed to have very strong features, and I think that's a blessing, honey, because our ancestors found it very attractive. We had great-great-grandmothers, great-great aunties that would look like a man according to what people say nowadays, that they look like a man. They got a very big face. Yeah, a lot of our ancestors look like that. A lot of our great aunties. Hell, some of y'all mamas look like that right now. It didn't stop her from having sex with your daddy and creating you. So that's why I was telling people, love who you are. But going into that, like I said, people get so caught up in that whole, curvy thing. And you could tell this is a man because, look, there's no waistline. And blah, blah, blah. Janet Jackson don't got a waistline. And it's just like, typically those who are Native American, and I just want to throw that out here. Okay, let's rewind this back a little bit. Those who are typically Native American and or Aboriginal to certain geographics, because see, people talk about demographics all the time. Can we talk about this for a minute? People talk about demographics all the time. Demographics is going to play a big role in how you develop because once again, your atmosphere molds to the needs of you, and you also mold to the atmosphere. So it plays hand in hand. It's you're working together, synchronicity. So if you have ancestors that were, let's talk about this, in a drier climate that had, let's say certain animal fats, let's say like turkey, deer, because those are lean meats, they are going to be big, broader, more muscle tone. You have relatives that were surrounded by cows, these animals that have a lot of fat in them that's really not good for you, but your family were very curvy, very hefty. Okay, so that is genetically speaking. Even going into, like I said, you evolve based on your surroundings. If your ancestors were warriors and they ruled, because see, this is where these king and queen statements come from. If you come from a lineage line of warriors, because remember, the greatest survive, and those are the ones that become king and queens, you are built, your body starts to evolve for your needs. I need to be more lean so I can run quick. I need to be more strong so if something comes, I can stand and I can whoop somebody's ass. See, everybody have this dream about the Black Panther movie, about Wakanda and all the shit. Those women were very masculine looking in that movie. And I think that plays a lot in how our ancestors were warriors, how they looked. When you see these women that are very curvy, big ass, big titties, big hips, naturally, their ancestors were more than likely lazy. They're more than likely a part of civilization who set up and gluttonized. And that's why their genetic line is a lot of illnesses there, a lot of sicknesses there. And we're talking about diabetes. We're talking about, cirrhosis of the liver. We're talking about a whole bunch of shit that's genetically inherited. So going into that, like I said, when you're more curvy and all that good stuff, and people say that you should be at home making babies, maybe that's your past coming back up because that's what your ancestors did. if you're a very curvy woman. And there's a lot of women out there that are flat stomached with big bodies. I know some of them. Huge face, huge boobs, huge arms, huge ass thighs, but their stomach is flat. And that's their natural physique because, like I said before, your ancestors play a role in who you are. So they more than likely had ancestors who set up and ate all day, fucked, ate, had babies, got back, ate again, fucked in. Like, that's just what it is. Some of us are blessed to have ancestors that were active, that actually went out and jumped in trees, that went running. They went on hikes. They were gone all day. The man left in the morning, came back at night, brought back a lot of food. Okay? They took care of their fucking families. Some of y'all didn't have that. Honey, let's talk about it. You struggle a little more because you had lazy ass ancestors. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. So don't put people down who have a different phenotype or body type than you because their ancestors were active. The ancestors can handle all that extra luggage on them. You got to ran, you got to pack and move, bitch, because you have people coming in and invading, girl. You girl, bye. Don't let me get you into human history. Okay, human history. So like I said, everybody, you know, they have their own perspectives and realities, and they try to project them onto people. Oh, that's a man. Look how big that bitch's hands is. Oh, she built like a man because she got broad shoulders. Oh, that's a man. Look how big that face is. And it's like, bitch, your mama don't look too far from my look. Hell, you don't look too far from my look, for one. For two, my ancestors looked very similar to me, bitch. And if they didn't, honey, they were close. If they didn't look exactly like me, they looked very similar to me, honey. So like I said, I'm proud of my future. That's why me being a trans woman, I've never modified my face at all. Some people think it's manly. Some people think it's androgynous. Never totally manly, but they think it's androgynous. And some people think it's very feminine. It doesn't bother me at all, bitch, because I wake up with it and I see it. I love what I see, bitch. And the men that I pulled and I continue to pull also love it. So what I look like modifying. Also, I resemble my mother, so I'm not going to alter anything because I love my mother. So I'm going to definitely wake up and see my mother, bitch, for the rest of my motherfucking life. How you doing? So that's why I'm not monitoring because people say, "Oh, you look androgynous." Oh, that's fine, baby girl. You don't have to fuck it. You don't have to be over here. You're not sleeping with me, boo boo. I don't care what you think about me. You're not getting none of this, honey. Trust me, believe that. But I tell you this, while you're over there looking and watching, your man want it too, honey. Okay, why he check up on it? Yeah. Now I'm not that type. I'm not a home wrecker. But bitch, I'll teach you a lesson. Bitch, try me if you want to. Try me if you want to. So yes, like I said, love your genetics. Love your genetics. If you're masculine, feminine, love your look. Crooked nose, gap teeth. You know, people try to throw that too. You know, I have people back in the day, even currently, be reading in, you got money, girl, get your gap fixed. Honey, this will cost me $2,500 to close up. And they offer financing. You think I can't afford $99 a month to get my teeth closed up? I don't want to close it up. Bitch, I have a gap and that's okay. Bitch, I'm meant to have a gap. Yeah, I'm not changing that. It is what it is, bitch. It is what it is. It don't make or break me, honey. In fact, I think it opens up more. Just be paying attention to that smile when I step in the room. Hi. Hi, honey. You know, sometimes you got to get out of the, hi, honey, hi. You know, and the haters, they'll be like, ooh, girl, she got a gap. Close that mouth. Other motherfuckers be like, yes, I like that gap too, bitch, right there. Come on over here, Gappy. Come over here, Gappy. Come on over here. I know that's right, honey. People with gaps are very, very open. Like the teeth is open. We don't hide nothing. Can we talk about it? We speak what comes to mind. And trust when I tell you this, honey, we got that mouthpiece, bruh. That's why a lot of people like gap tooth mouthpieces, honey. We gonna tell you what it is, and you don't like it, bitch. Well, I can't say for everybody. I know for me, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You don't like it, bitch. I don't care. I may apologize for you. I may apologize for you taking offense to it, but I'm not gonna take back what I said. I felt that way when I said it, and I'm not taking it back, unfortunately. So it is what it is, and you know, unless you like fake people, I'm not changing that. Okay. Please, what is it considered if your body changes like a fast metabolism? What it is considered if you, what does that mean? when you get older, your metabolism actually slow down. But men have a faster metabolism than females do anyway. Females' body lag, and of course, there's one hormone that's responsible for that, is estrogen. But also, a female's body is meant to conserve more energy. So women are usually hotter more than men are. Men, honey, usually it's the one, now there are some culturally, now we're not talking about culturally, because there are some men that are hairy, they're always hot. So I love a hot, that's all like a hairy motherfucker, honey. You hairy, hit me up. Send me an email, honey. I'm doing a reality show called For the Love of Mystic. Submit your headshots in if you're hairy. Anyway, I'm joking. Don't do it. But yeah, so what do you mean by that? Like when you're able to lose weight quickly. Oh, yes, yes, yes. If you're a young man, 30 years old, to start slowing down, so you start picking up more weight. Also goes about your genetics. Were your ancestors more heavier, heftier, or were they more solid? I think that plays a big role too. And definitely diet. And of course, you talk about bigness. Some people are big because of water weight. Some people are big because of muscle weight. Some people are big because of fat. So you have three separate things that contribute to people being big. And that's how people be trying to try these little diets. Like, I'm going to try the fruit diet. Well, fruit has a lot of water in it, for one. And some fruits actually retain fluids in your body. So everybody can't be a vegetarian or fruitarian. Okay. Some people naturally have certain enzymes in them. So becoming that could actually make their health worse. So like I said, it depends on you. So that's why it's good to get a nutritionist, someone who is trained in how the body works, body types, blood types, and all that good stuff. And, they can come up with a plan for you. And that's how I tell people when they try to lose weight too. Like people come to me magically for losing weight. There is magical stuff you can do to lose weight and that are very, very effective. But you still need to also come with a plan for you. And of course you can say, why eat nothing but fruits and vegetables with no sugar, no this, no eating after 8, I'm still big. I know a lot of people like that. I have relatives that are very plush and they don't eat after 8 o'clock and they eat very good meals, but their body still somehow, some way holds on to fat or whatever. And it could be more than that. It could be water. I don't know their body. Have they ever taken a water pill or diuretic? I don't know. Have they ever consumed lean meats and only lean meats? I don't know. Have they worked out to build that muscle tone up? I don't know. So of course, like I said, we can be 5 different people in one room. We can all weigh the same, but our body types are going to be different. Somebody's going to be, heavier because of water. Some people are going to be heavier because of muscle. Some people are going to be heavier because of fat. Yeah. Yes, it was crazy. She wasn't always curvaceous. Yes. Oh, very similar to my friend. I won't say nothing, but I have a friend. I won't tell you what friends this is. I would never do that because, of course, she might send me an email and say, "Bitch." So she had no body. She was built like a boy, a tomboy. No breasts, no nothing. When she got to be 28 years old, she became addicted to something. And we can call it natural law, the divine order. We can call it Mother Nature. We can call her spirit said, "Bitch, we need to give you what you need. And this is what you need to do." So she started drinking milkshakes, literally. She started eating or drinking. I don't know if you want to eat or drink because these milkshakes are thick. They're premium milkshakes. Like, honey, they will get you full. I kid you not. If you're hungry and you go get these milkshakes from Jack in the Box, you will be full. So she drank these milkshakes and literally her breast went from an A cup to almost a D. Literally, within a year or two. And they've stayed big this whole time. So, yeah, certain foods have certain hormones or certain enzymes in it that cause certain hormones to act out. And that's what happened with her. I'm sure there was hormones in the milk that they used for those milkshakes, and it woke up her own mammary. Can we talk about this? This is why I always tell people kids should not be eating certain types of foods because you got 9-year-olds out here more built up than women, and you got more 9-year-old boys that are more masculine, more active looking than adult males. And of course, it is the foods that is being ate. So of course, like I said, certain foods should not be ate, and because it will cause certain things to wake up in your body. And that's happened with her. She became a fully developed woman her 28 years at 28. She was a little boy up until 28. Hello? She was a little boy up until 28. She had nothing but a wet pocket. Bam. She had nothing but a wet pocket, honey. And, she was a boy with a wet pocket up until she was 28. When she got to be 28, honey, she became a woman. She became a woman, honey. She nurses them with ease. And honey, she... Woo! If you ask Mama, that's her greatest asset at this point. And that's it. That's it. She better not send me no message about some bitch. Bitch, call me. Matter of fact, I heard that text call. Let's see, was I heard texting? Honey, bitch, you better not be talking about me. Let's see. Where's she at? Okay. That ain't her. That's my client out there. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna go. I gotta walk Anubis, and then I gotta get started on some casework, which I'm excited about. And I have to give some teas to my spirits because we had a very great day today. And like I said, I love my people. For those of you who are in the San Clemente class, I hope you guys have all seen part 1. I've not got an email about anything, so we're going to move on to part 2. Today, by the time some of you see this, is Sunday. Today is going to be dedicated to our great mother. The mother who's, honey, I mean, she's a real MVP. She's almost like the Most High, Interesting. But yeah, it's going to be dedicated to doing things for her. So definitely part 2 and possibly the final part will be presented today. Because of course we have the little teas we're getting into. And I'm going to have to type all those teas, or maybe I will send an individual email. That's what I'll do. I'll send an individual email to all of you. That's going to save time. I'll send an individual email to all of you with certain instructions on do that, but it's going to be a live thing. If you guys are available today for some live stuff, send me an email midday after 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If not, you would get a recording, and we're actually going to set up some tea. Okay? Yes, come on, Rico. You have the hormones. Come on, Rico. Who you doing? Let's hear from the A cup, Z cup. I know that's right, Tasha. Ow. I know that's right, honey. She moved in from the little girl committee to the grown woman committee, the big titty committee. Who you doing? Yes, honey. Come on. That's right. No problem, Rico, honey. You really do it, Rico. I'll be waiting to hear back from you, Rico. Really do it. And also, well, you already know this. The best day to do it on is a Friday because apples deal with Venus, Friday, and the zodiac of Taurus. See, Tauruses are, please don't get offended if you're a earth sign out there, but Tauruses are probably the most balanced of the earth signs. And, Tauruses are very domestic. They're very, not all, but some of them are very much perfectionist. They got to be perfect. And they're very much like Geminis, too. Geminis and Tauruses are actually very compatible. They're very chameleon-esque. They can go with the flow. But also, Tauruses are usually about pleasing the Joneses. They're really into impressing people. Like, honey, I got the best car, the best place. And the good thing that I love about Tauruses is that they're able to take the projects and make it look like the suburbs. And that's one thing I said. So I was just saying, like, we would definitely, get along there. They know how to definitely, take a hole and make it look like a premium hole. Catch that tea right there. But of course, the flip side of that, the perfectionists will cause them to not be able to find other people because some people don't really like that shit. But in the bedroom, Tauruses are great. In the streets, they're great. And in the office, they're great. So Tauruses are, really around the clock. And also you got to go into the Egyptian god Apis. Yes, honey. Ooh. Get into that tea. And what I love about it in the movie, what's that movie called? American Horror Story. American Horror Story, they only had one. The second one was called something else. they actually remember the black girl, the French one. She's Haitian or something. I think she's Haitian. Gabrielli or Gondry Gabriella. She was having sex with that part bull, part man. Remember that? A lot of Tauruses are into their body. They're very fit. Very freaky, very freaky. So you need something freaky in the sheets. But hey, they're a little shy too, So anyway, let me not, because yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, honey, Taurus in your chart. Yes, so if there's a lot of Taurus in your chart, you definitely resonate. If you have a lot of Taurus in your chart, you have personalities of, or you have a lot of similarities of someone who is under the zodiac of Taurus. That's why I kind of gagged when people say, you remind me of this and that. Honey, you don't know how to read charts because you will be head on. I'm telling you, I taught this atheist girl about charts to where she is doing it, honey. She's like, honey, what? You must be a Capricorn. And the lady's like, how did you know that? And she said, because Capricorns are very blah, 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 blah. And the lady's like, oh my God, that's totally me. And then sometimes she'll say, oh girl, they said they're Virgo. What does that mean? And I said, honey, this means blah, blah, blah. And then she'll say, and they'll be like, what? How did you know that? And then I think one time she had one customer who was a Virgo. And she said, yeah, Virgos are like this. And it was a guy, a male Virgo. And he was like, honey, all that ain't true because blah, 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 blah. And I said, girl, he's proven your theory to be right because the way he's acting, he's trying to prove a point to you. He is proving you right. And she's like, well, I'm going to stop you there because you're making my point very clear right now. Like you're going so hard to prove that you're correct when you're not, because everything is a matter of opinion. But he was really trying to say, no, that's not true because I met Capricorns that wasn't Capricorns. And I also told her you have to tell him as well that what you're raised by also influences your personality. So just because somebody's a Gemini, they could definitely have characteristics of a Leo, or they definitely have characteristics of a Pisces because it depends on their chart and who they're raised by. That's why I always tell people, before I date a man, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I cannot be with someone who does not know their roots. Someone who are not aware of their zodiac or their parents' zodiac and all this stuff, or don't want to even find out, because you definitely find out, who don't even care about that. I can't do it because if you are let me give you a good example. If you are a Pisces raised by a Sagittarius and a Leo, honey, I don't care how mystical and how maternal Pisces can be. There's going to be some tea there. You're going to be very competitive with your children. You're going to try to prove a point, treating your little daughter like she's a grown-ass woman and treating your little son like he's a grown-ass man. So going into that, those characteristics, what I pick up in people too, like, she must be this, born by that. And then I'm like, if she's not that, she's this sign. So all that calculating and stuff, that also tells a lot about people. Like I said, so when you get to know people, it's more than just what foods they like, where they grew up at. Oh, he grew up in the hood, so he knows what this and that grow by. He grew up in the hood with what? A Scorpio mama and daddy? Yeah. If he's a Gemini and his mom and daddy were both Scorpios, bitch, he's going to be a fucked up ass motherfucker. I'm telling you now. They're manipulative, very fucked up, and very nasty. Nasty, honey, nasty. Okay, so you go ahead and say, well, that's not like the Gemini I met. Yeah, of course. And even going into the genders, I think masculine and feminine signs differs. Some people will be like, yeah, I met another Gemini, they're nothing like you. And I'm like, yeah, probably because they're the exact opposite, like the polarity is different. Maybe they were raised by whatever. I was raised by someone who is in my sign, in my chart, and that are the exact opposite of me. So that's how I grew up around it. Because yes, there were different signs, but one of the signs was predominantly in my chart, and the other sign is actually my exact opposite. So, we both talk too much. We both can talk. We both can get crazy, but we also bump heads because there's so much alike. So, like I said, that's how I grew up to be around it. But of course, that Gemini that probably was raised by two Scorpios. That Gemini that probably was raised by two Leos. That Gemini that was probably raised by a male Pisces and a female Leo, which will be a horrible mix as well too. Which place? There's a lot of secrets in that household. But yes. Yes, I want to know my roots. I want to respect my spirit guides and ancestors. Come on, TC, I know that's right. Yes. Okay, she's Senegalese. Okay. Well, Senegalese are very much connected to Hades. Catch that catch that TJ. I'm Gemini raised by Aquarius mom and Aries dad. Okay. So this is why you're very well rounded. Now, your mama, with all due respect, she was definitely a hot one. She was not like hot and nastiness, like she was sleeping around, but she was definitely a little TTT wee 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 wee. That's how we're gonna say. Aquarius women are a little sly. Aries men also, they got to be in control, and they have to be very. When I think of Aries men, I think of military men, like very stern, very firm, and I'm not changing my mind. I'm an Aries lunar, so I think that's where I get my assertiveness from. And you can't change my mind. If I think that somebody should stink, I don't care what you say. Well, it only stink because of this. It still stink, boo boo. You're not changing that mind, honey. Even when I begin to debate, I gotta let them know. I just want to let you know that this conversation that we're having is not going to change my opinion. I still think that this means that and that means this. So it's not going to change because my opinion is based off my experience. And if I did not have an experience with it, then of course my opinion could change. But if I've had an experience with something, my opinion is going to stay the same. Okay. Your mom is Pisces and your dad is Aries. Pisces women and Aries men could get along, but there is going to be some underlying, and I know water signs and fire signs are very different, but of course signs still could compete with each other as if they're the same thing, because you would think water signs would compete with other water signs, which is true. Capricorn, Pisces, and Scorpios do compete with each other. In fact, who's the most manipulative of all of them? I think a Scorpio is. Who's the most fucked up as I think of Scorpio. Let me step out of that. Because some people are gonna get offended and say, "Oh, girl, I'm a Scorpio." Yeah. But yes, Pisces women could be great with Aries men. But like I said, I see some inner competition there. With the parenting, it could be who's the best parent, who's the most liked. I'm saying it could be. It could also be uh, a very, very sensitive person and a very, very, very firm person. And the sensitive person is fighting with the firm person. So you need to soften up a little bit because that was very harsh. And then the hard person, firm person is actually saying, you're a little too soft, honey. You need to get a backbone. Fish do got bones, honey. Okay, they do got backbones. And now you need to harden that bitch. So I could see Al. Great love making. I can see that. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. But like I said, getting married and lasting for eternity, if you can compromise with a Pisces woman, if you're Aries man, it can happen. Me personally, like I said, I think that it's great to be friends. If you're Aries and a Pisces, because there's going to be some inner stuff there. Inner, who this and who's that? Because Pisces and Aries are both compassionate people. Pisces are a little too compassionate, though. They will really, if someone need a heart, they'll literally take something and cut out their own heart for someone. Aries is very compassionate for people too, but they know when to stop. They know, okay, bitch, you did it too much. Pisces don't know when to stop. They do not know when to stop. And I like to say, I've been best friends with Pisces my whole life. And it's always been 3s, 4s, 7s, or Pisces that I've been close with. And they're always too generous to where it's like, girl, your rent is due and you're out here donating money. Girl, you're sick with bronchitis and possibly about to die, and you're out here worrying about the next person. You're going through your own issues and you're concerned about the next person's issues. My God. So Pisces people, they're a little too nice. And I think that's where my niceness come out at. That's what I said. I think I'm well balanced. I think I'm balanced with the Piscean energy, the Aries energy, and the Geminian energy, and the predominant sign that's in my chart. It's all a balance. because I have the business aspect, I have the sensitive, sweet aspect, then I have the balance of both. Like, okay, honey, I'm going to say it from both sides. Okay, let me listen. The mediator. And that's the Gemini side. The Gemini is the mediator. The Gemini can sit there. That's why Geminis will make great psychologists. Geminis will make great physicians because they're good at listening and also talking. And even while I'm talking, I just still listen. People think that they can pull me up, pull a fast one on my ass, and like, you're not even paying attention. I'm paying attention, honey. I heard exactly what you said. What did I say? Well, you said that this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, you only caught that because towards the end. No, honey, I paid attention. I can multitask. Bitch. He humping his bear over here. Oh, my God. oh, oh. Oh, I bought this bear pillow for this dog, y'all, to lay on. And this motherfucker been doing this damn bear. Oh God. Yes. Come on, honey. They're very given. Yes. Oh, you're an only child, TC. Oh, Pisces women could get crazy. Pisces women are emotionally stable for the most part. But one thing about Pisces is once you push them to that fucked up side, they can get real fucked up. And you will say, huh? Are you a Gemini? You would think that they're a Gemini when you talk about the two faces, because Pisces that flip side really come out. We're talking about women. Pisces men are always crazy. I wouldn't trust a Pisces man. And that's just me personally. And if you're a Pisces man out there and you're offended by that, excuse me for offending you, but I'm not taking back what I said. Pisces men are everywhere. Imagine emotions amplified with a hormone called testosterone. So you have very manipulative qualities. You have because testosterone is very crazy. You're a testosterone driven person. You're very out of the box. I don't give a fuck. So the men are very manipulative and they're really psycho. They'll let you know they're psycho. Bitch, I am crazy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, bitch? You what? I can call them for you. That's how a Pisces man is. So yeah, Pisces women are very crazy. But you have to push a Pisces woman to be crazy. And when that side come out of them, honey, you better be careful. If you push a Pisces woman to that point of no return, because it takes a lot to get them there. Pisces women, they're easy to influence, and that's the sad part about them. They're easy to be controlled. That's the sad part. They could be manipulated. They could be, manipulated. But when they catch on and they see your ass, because they know Pisces people are mystics. That's why they say that Jesus was a Pisces. That's why the fish symbol was for Jesus, because it said Jesus was a Pisces. Pisces are very mystical beings going into the water, and water is being the portal to the other worlds and all the good stuff. So going into that, Pisces are in tune with things. And like I said, I was going somewhere else with that, but when they are pushed into that area and they believe what they're seeing, because sometimes they need confirmation. Okay. When they actually see what they've been told or what they've been seeing, I knew that. I felt that. When they pick on to that, honey, they gonna figure out some ways of how to get your ass together. And they don't forget. So you might think that, oh, she forgave me. I cheated on her once. I'm telling you, cheat on a Pisces woman. That's a real Pisces woman, not a woman that was just born under the zodiac of Pisces. We're talking about a Pisces woman that is fully in herself, who knows who she is, who's aware of her roots. Like I said, you cheat on her and fuck her over, honey. Yeah. And you might want to look at these fatal attraction stories too, when the woman took over, did some shit, and find out what sign they were. Okay. Find out what sign they were. Okay. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Yeah, his pieces is coming out. I know that's right, honey. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on, Rico. I got those types that she was the apple of my life. We called her Big Mama. She had 9 children. Oh, wow. I know that's right. Yes. She had 9 children. That's a lot of kids. I guess I can't talk, huh? What's the T on Capricorns? Capricorns men or Capricorn women? Because I got the T for all of them. Now, Capricorn men or women? He likes collards. Yes, he does. We actually made some collards. Yeah, we made some collards and we added some bell peppers into it. And he loved those bell peppers. You know, I actually put some turkey sausage in the collards. And when I came back, he left the sausage in the fucking bowl. And I'm like, I don't think I seasoned the sausage good enough for him because he loves spicy food and he likes seasoned food. So I definitely know that he is a black. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Okay, that's not true. The white people I know that I eat their food, bitch, they know how to season their shit. I met a few of them that don't, but I think that's just hereditary things. I met black people that don't season their food either. I don't care what nobody says. I've met black folks that didn't season their food. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This spaghetti? Bitch, I think you need to take a course on making Italian food, bitch. This is nothing I know that spaghetti, bitch. Bitch tastes like fucking Cheerios. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, come on. Capricorn man. Well, Capricorn men are very family orientated. Capricorn men are very family orientated. Okay, Capricorn men are also very business minded. Capricorn men are also a smooth. I don't know if that's a good trait. We're trying to keep it on the positive. They're good at starting over, right? The flip side of Capricorns or Capricorn men is they could be very manipulating or manipulative. They could be very condescending. They could be very much, I gotta be in control. If I'm not in control, I don't want it. They're excellent disciplinaries. Okay, that's a good side. Also, going into Capricorn in the whole, now this is not true for all of them. That once again depends on your upbringing. Sometimes Capricorns like to impress people. So whether it's a male Capricorn or female Capricorn, they like to impress. So maybe the first date, they're going to have everything together. Ooh, their life is just so perfect. And then the second, third, fourth, fifth date, maybe they lost something. You know, maybe they wanted to put on this appearance of that they got money. They lost something. Now they don't got money. So two things will happen. Either they'll be honest and say, you know what, I just put on that front because I wanted you, or they will flat out make up a lie to continue the other lie. Well, you know, that actually happened because I gave it all away and my sister came over and she wanted the bar, so I gave it to her. You know, I just gave her the clothes off like that type of stuff. So that is probably the biggest flaw in Pisces or Capricorns that I've met is impressing. They want to be impressive. And you don't have to be that way. Be yourself. I grew up with a Capricorn. One of my siblings that I love is a Capricorn. And like I said, you know, there's a lot of good, but there are some bad. So if you're willing to accept the bad, like I said, you know, we won't call it lying. We'll just say like to impress you. They could be a little manipulative. They could be a little bit in control. It got to be this way or I'm out of it. And they're not going to, you know, force you into doing it. They're just going to let you know, listen, that's the way you want to do it. But that's not what that's not what I'm. Also, a good aspect of Capricorns, because they got more good than bad, is they're very articulate and they're very smart. They can piece things together. So they have the ability to read between the lines. Now, a lot of times, would they actually pay attention to that? That's the question. You want to, would they pay attention to reading between lines? But they know how to read between lines and say, listen, I feel like I'm not wanted here. So you'll be like, bitch, are you psychic or something? Also, downfall is too, they're stubborn, which a lot of earth sign and fire signs are. They're very stubborn. If you're a fire sign and a Capricorn, you're very stubborn. You're very stubborn. You're very dominant. You're very, I can't do it. That's not my tip. No, bitch, we're not doing it. Now you might be cute and reword it so people will be dumb and think you agreed with them, but then you come out and say, I didn't agree with you. Yeah, you did. You said you're no. You didn't read the exemption. I said that I'm okay with doing it. Space, 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 or period, 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 period. If you blank, blank. And they go, oh shit, I didn't catch on to that. What are you doing? You getting bored. I need to take this motherfucker out. Mm-hmm. Yes. Wow. Capricorn males, Capricorn men could be holes because Capricorns crave stability, and Capricorns will do whatever it takes to get that stability. Very similar to Virgos, right? Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns are earth signs. Very similar to Virgos. Now, Capricorns are a lot worse when it comes to that. Taurus will already have this ability. It's like they effortlessly attract stability. Now, what they do when it comes their way is totally up to them. But like I said, Capricorns crave stability and whatever all means necessary. If that means cutting people off or pretending like they're cool to pull in, they'll do that. Mm-hmm. And like I said, stability, being promiscuous, is a form of stability. You trying to get that tea. You trying to get that tea, but you can't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. Capricorn men are very, very, very similar. That's the quality of an earth sign, unfortunately, is views. How would I look to other people? And also, I would say this too, if you're a earth sign and you suffer from depression or you suffer from a lot of obstacles, that could be your biggest thing, because I want to impress people. I want people to see me as the best, the smartest, and that. And if they see that their light is being dimmed, they will step back. That's a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo. They will completely step back and say, well, I'm no longer the light of the eye. I'm going to step on back. I'm going to do my thing. So they constantly need that. They constantly need that. And like I said, there are some that don't, but we're speaking of the highest probability. Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Capricorn is they're very business minded. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Yes, they do. And I want to do something because, of course, people. I just want to say this. I find it so funny that you have people that are like daughters of Oshun or sons of Oshun, and they're not sexually comfortable with their body. And Oshun and that energy, and as they say, being possessed by that energy, is very sexual and very open. In fact, Oshun had many consorts. No matter what Pataki you hear about Oshun, she had many consorts. A lot of Orishas, male Orishas, admired Oshun. So Oshun was very sensual, very sexual, very hoish-like, very sex worker-ish. And that's why I hate when people try to be picked who are not affiliated with Oshun as this virtuous woman. And she is very virtuous in many essence. Don't get that twisted. Because she can put your mama and your grandmama to shame. But she's very comfortable with her body. Showing off the boobs, showing off the curves, let it all hang out. So I find that I'm actually very bothered by that when people are like, I'm Oshun's daughter. But when people like me, who are also Oshun's daughter or is connected to that energy, are very sexual and sensual, we're always talking about penis and all that. And they're like, oh, that's not my cup of tea. Ooh, that's a whore. That's a trick. That's a male prostitute. That's a female prostitute. Like, you obviously don't know Oshun then. And maybe that's why people that are actually from or near the river of Oshun, who are actually a part of that sector of spirituality, have no problems with it. They still have respect for it because they know how the energy works. They know exactly how the energy works. So, like I said, going into Tauruses, because what we're talking about, Tauruses are very freaky. I mean, we're talking about into feet fetishes. We're talking about we don't care. We're bored tonight. That's what I said. Geminis and Tauruses are very compatible in all essence because of that. Gemini's like fresh excitement. You know, we don't like being bored. If we ever tell you that we're bored, you might want to either revise how you're treating us or interacting with us, or you might want to just pack it up and leave. Because when we're bored, honey, we're done. And I can speak definitely for myself. When I'm bored with anything you are, the way you talk, the way you act, I'm over it. I need mental stimulation. And because I'm so experienced, okay, let's talk about it. Because I'm so experienced, honey, it takes a lot to impress me. And that's why, like I said, I'm celibate and I don't really have sex like that, because to get that turned on, to get this going on right here, you got to get this going, honey. And you can't get this going, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm bored. I'm over it. Bye, honey. Bye. Then they're like, well, you just used me. No, I didn't. You had a good game for the first 3 weeks, but now, bitch, you're just boring to me. So with Taurus, like I said, they're always going to spice it up. And in fact, they play with each other. The Taurus could be a little bored sometimes, and then they play off what the Gemini, oh, okay. Oh, that spiciness. Let's do it then. And then, like I said, they're into that kinky, taboo-ish stuff. Now, like I said, a lot of Tauruses will act like they're not. Trust me, I don't do that. That's not my cup of tea, darling. Oh, honey, darling. It's just like, honey, do you know what planets rule the zodiac of Taurus? And you trying to make me believe that nudity and sexuality and sensuality is not hand in hand with that sign? Because I think the greatest challenge for a Taurus person is spirituality. I think that's the greatest challenge, or should I say one of the greatest challenges, because sexuality, and I was talking about this, sexuality and spirituality, there's a thin line between it. People that are highly spiritual are highly sexual. Get into that tea, including your pastors and ministers, bitch. And I want you give me a call, pastor, minister, deacon, first lady. You won't tell me, bitch, that you not that freaky and all that shit, bitch. Give me a call, because I'm gonna call your ass a lie, and I'm gonna say the bitch is a lie. She bye bye, girl, bye. Yes, there's a thin line between spirituality and sexuality. So going into that, that's why everybody's so hung up over homosexuality too, because in the old world, homosexuality was the most tabooist that I would say normal people interacted with. Because of course people are into weird shit. I won't go into that. Balloons and popcorn and syrup and all that shit. They're into some weird shit. Trees and walls and all that. That's a whole nother tea. But what normal people or highly functioning people were into, homosexuality, LGBT, that type of experimentation stuff was in fact the number one thing. So that's why people who are part of the new world, they feel confused and yet stuck, because they're still preaching the old world shit. Like, well, homosexuality is wrong. A man should lay with a man like he does with a woman also. And it's just like, do you know back in the day when the Bible was first built, that's why I say y'all need to learn Hebrew, but there was no word for homosexual? So I want to know, how did y'all ask to just come up with a word? I mean, how did y'all come up with the word homosexual? Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. And then Sodom and Gomorrah was burnt down due to the Sodomites and the Gomorrites. Everybody was out here doing this gay shit. Honey, no, it wasn't. You need to reread that story of Sodom and Gomorrah, bitch, because he didn't say nothing about it. I destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because there was homosexuals everywhere. You had homosexuals in there because you got homosexual in your neighborhood, bitch. It's homosexual all over down, bitch. Who knows? Your mama, your daddy might be a homosexual. No tea, no shade. I'm just saying how it is. You have a one in every 10 gay, 1 in every 3 bi. Get that shit together. Hello. Catch that tea. 1 every 10 gay, 1 every 3 bi. So, bitch, you got 20 uncles in the room, bitch. We know what some of them are liking to do on the low. Okay, so let's get up out of that. But Sodom and Gomorrah was actually destroyed through spiritual raping, but the number one thing was being inhospitable. That's what that was about, being inhospitable. And that's why you read a lot of those stories of destruction was about people lacking compassion for other people. That's what destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what destroyed a lot of places, including some places over here in this country. And I'm not even going to go into that, including foreign countries. Spirits destroyed and conquered, or we should say spirits of the Most High, because there was a lack of compassion. You don't look like me, you don't act like me, you don't walk like me, you're not welcomed here, bitch. And if you're welcomed here, you're giving me some of that. And that's what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. So like I said, if you learn how to read and you know how to interpret and read spirit, because it's about reading spirit, then you know exactly what those stories are talking about in the Bible. It had nothing to do with homosexuality. Because you think God gave a fuck about if a physical man and a physical man slept with each other? You think that's so? And I mean, let's talk about it. Because last time I checked, you can't take the body with you. And then, of course, they have to write in there, in the end of days, the flesh is going to come out the graveyard. And God is going to build an army to destroy people. Like, why? This is an all-powerful God who could just blink and the whole world could just end. The whole damn universe could just, he could just burp, and we're done. We never existed. So you're trying to tell me that this motherfucker is so powerless that he needs to resurrect people that have been buried for thousands of years to build up an army when he has the ability to resurrect spirit? He has the energy to pull a star out of the sky and immediately throw it into the earth to fuck up everything on it. You think, really? Bitch, you're so, no, okay. You're so dumb or you think I'm dumb. It's one or the other. Bitch, it's either you're dumb or I'm dumb. It's either you're dumb or you think I'm dumb. And I'll let you decide on which one it is because we definitely know I'm not dumb, bitch. We know I'm very, very, girl, bye. So that's what it comes down to. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Tauruses are very nasty. I'm sorry we went into the Bible and all that, but Tauruses are very, very freaky, honey. How you doing? You're a Taurus. Give me a call. Give me a car, Taurus, honey. Ow. I want a partner. I don't at the time. I want a partner and I don't at the time. I don't what at the time? At the same time. Oh, you want a partner, but you don't at the same time. Well, that's how Geminis are. Unfortunately, but fortunately, it's hard for a Gemini to settle down with just one person because we're constantly moving. We're ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a planet that's forever moving. That's why we hear a lot about Mercury retrograde. Nobody talk about Venus retrograde. Nobody talk about Mars retrograde. Nobody talk about Pluto retrograde, Uranus retrograde. It's always Mercury retrograde. And of course, like I said, now they said Mercury is the closest planet to the Earth. Catch that tea. But anyway, so as a Gemini, we're meant to move around. And that's why Taurus is such a great compatibility, and not just a Taurus, but we're saying that Taurus style energy is because going into Oshun, being connected to Venus and Mercury. But anyway, Tauruses are a little more open, so they understand that Geminis need their space. They understand that Geminis need that movement. They understand that Geminis are airy. They understand that Geminis have to flop, pump it up. They understand that. So they're saying, baby, I'm right here with you. You want to have a threesome, be some, threesome, buy some, produce some, cripple tuplet, octa couplet, what bitch, we can do whatever, honey. Octa orgy, we can do a mocta orgy, honey, we do a centurion orgy, like they're okay with that because they have that same mind. And even going into that too, I don't think you would ever get bored with a Taurus. So I encourage you, Rico, when you are looking for a partner, look for either another Gemini or a Taurus. I guarantee you won't go wrong. You won't go wrong. You won't go wrong. Okay? Yeah, that's right. They have P-Bang regulating the Most High. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lack of compassion and much for the, and I want to say this too, because let me can I just pull this up really quickly? Oh shit, wait a minute. Oh shit, hold on. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, Spirit tell me I can't talk about it right now. Oh shit, hold up. Hey. Okay, Spirit, we're gonna look one more time. If I can't find what I'm looking for, Spirit is telling me not tonight. Damn, that sucks. I just had it before I got on here. Let me look at one more space. Nope. Okay, no, fuck that. We're gonna use. Oh, here we go. Now, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Hold up. Okay. We're going to leave this with this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave it with this. This is how you know. This is how you know that the roles of or the agendas in this world right now is to keep you beneath or out of the God consciousness. And I always tell people, when people will sit here and they'll act like they're godly or I'm awoke, but I don't like, I'm going to talk as if I'm separate from that gay man and I'm separate from that gay woman. I'm separate from that black man or that white man because God blessed me to be a Negro or God blessed me to be a white man and white power. So I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to treat other people a certain way. That is an agenda that's put out there to keep you away from your God consciousness, to keep you away from who you're really meant to be. And I keep telling you guys, when you meet these spiritualists out here who speak about how awoken they are, or how connected they are to ancestors, or how they're so upset about their ancestors. Because we talk about when you know better, you do better. Can we talk about this for a minute? Your ancestors were aware of certain things, as my ancestors were, but they weren't aware of all things until different cultures connected with them. As we all do, we learn different things about different cultures when they interact with us. So when our ancestors met other cultural people, whatever that means, you know, whether it was the Mongoloids, whether it was the Caucasoids or Caucasoids or the Negroids, either way, our ancestors met with other people and we learned from them. But the true essence of it all, because I had people that came in my room, one of them by familiar, I think her name was Patty Rice. We're going to keep it at that, Patty Rice. She tried to say that certain people were aliens and certain people were real human. And I'm just like, what scriptures are you reading? And you sound like the masses, because the masses knew that the Negroes didn't read. Can we talk about this for a minute? Because can we talk about this for a minute? The masses didn't think the Negroes could read. Okay, we're talking about that, yes. And everybody that was in there, they consider Negroes. They said the Mongoloids were Negroes. They said the Aboriginals were Negroes, and the motherfuckers that survived that came over from Africa was Negroes. So the masses said the Negroes couldn't read, and they said the best thing to hide things from Negroes is to put it in a motherfucking book. So they were teaching Negroes about their philosophies, but yet they were rearranging, reteaching it, and because the Negro didn't know how to read, he skipped right past it. So as he grew older, he also grew in a way of skipping past shit. And even right now, we have the same book and the same information that they had thousands and hundreds of years ago. And yet we choose not to. We'll say hundreds because we can't trace the Bible back to thousands of years ago, but hundreds of years ago. And yet we're still bypassing. While you have people out here that are in the church that are spiritualists, because even outside the Bible, you see spirit and you know spirit and your ancestors coming to you because now they're on the other side. They're dealing with the heart chakra. They will tell you, you are Black and embrace that, but you still have to embrace the fact there's different people out there that are still living the exact same experiences that you're living and or have lived those experiences. But because they don't want to talk about that or they're truly not connected, one or the other, they want to speak or teach you certain rhetoric like the masses taught them. And that's why I sit there and talk about when people are double-minded, because the Bible speaks about that too, people being double-minded. You speak as if you're not okay with how the masses taught the slaves, but yet you teach your viewers like the masses taught their slaves. And I'm like, how is that possible? If you're so disgruntled and you're so upset about how the slaves are treated, then why are you treating your viewers and your subscribers like the masters treated the slaves? Why are you doing that? So to me, because I see that, because I'm no dummy, I know exactly Like, bitch, that's why we can't fuck with each other. That's exactly why we'll never be friends. Because you're out here teaching about how white folks can't do this, black folks can't do that, gays can't do this, but you're teaching the same way that the masters taught taught the slaves. So there's a scripture in the Bible. I want you to grab your Bibles out, grab your Bibles. And we're gonna go into, Al, come on. We're gonna go into Deuteronomy 23, verse 6 to 8, because I like to, if you just read the scripture for one, and we talked about this before, but when you're reading a scripture, because people talk about the book of Psalms, and I keep telling you, if you're doing Bible magic, there's other scriptures, Deuteronomy, Nehemiah, you got fucking Joel, Proverbs that are very beneficial to works you're doing too. And you're missing out on it because you're so stuck on the commercialized aspect of spirituality. And I'm not about that. Okay. So you want to read the scripture before and after to get a exact interpretation of what you're reading. Because sometimes a scripture will be just a quote and people will quote that scripture as if that's exactly what it is. And it's really not. So going into this, Deuteronomy 23, verse 6 to 8 says, thou shalt not seek their peace nor their prosperity all thy days forever. Thou shalt not abhor, which means hate, an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. Bitch, can we talk about this for a minute? So Deuteronomy 23, verse 7 speaks about not hating people or despising people because they're different from you, at least that's true thing, but they're really the same thing as you. Black folks, Israelites, because y'all say y'all black Israelites, right? Most High chose us. White folks are, who are the Edomites? Can y'all please tell me who the Edomites are? Israelites, can y'all please share with me who the fuck the Edomites are? Because it says that thou shalt not harbor and abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. I said, be nice to motherfucking strangers in your fucking land, bitch. And be appreciative that they want to know about your fucking culture. Because they could have said, bitch, we don't give a fuck about you being Egyptian. We'll give a fuck about how y'all grow y'all crops. We'll give a fuck about how y'all calculate shit. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your grandmama too. Y'all in worship, fuck this shit, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't do that. They acknowledged it. Well, they respected it. That's beautiful. Even nowadays, people get offended when you talk about, what culture are you? What? I'm American. Well, American is a melting pot. So if I ask you what your culture is, you say your culture is American. Bitch, you don't know what your culture is because you speak in English, honey. Your culture is not American. Bitch. Anyway, the children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation. So you're saying that the Edomites and the Egyptians did intermingle and have babies? That's hybrid to me. You people out there talk about white folks and black folks having babies together. You say that Egyptians were black, the Edomites are white. So I mean, so with the Edomites, they were so you're saying that because the scriptures say something totally different. That's all. I just want to point that out. So you're saying that. Because see, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's really your father? Who's really? Because they used to say that the master was the devil. So, who is your master? Or who is your God? If you're speaking different from what the scriptures say. Because we talk about the Canaanites and all that. We talk about the Gentiles too. That's a whole nother story. Everybody's not a Gentile. Everybody's not a damn Canaanite. Can we talk about it? Hello? 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 Okay. But it definitely says to have love and compassion. And it says that the Edomites were your Egyptians. The Edomites are your brothers. Bitch, your time on this earth is also timed. And that's, I think, what happens within the culture. I think that, black folks, something happened along the way. And I'm speaking about the American culture because everybody have experiences in America, but it's primarily black and white folks that have been at it back and forth. Nigga. It's only been the whites and blacks. You've had some folks that are Asian and Hispanic believing that they're also white. But we'll get off of that. That's none of my business, honey. We know what it is, and that's been the forefront of it all. And we've been distracted. And we're out here talking about we're kings and queens, but yet we're talking about some. I don't want no white dick. I don't want no black dick. If my son intermingle with a Negro, I'm disowning you. If you intermingle with a white man, you're not a part of the family. Like that shit right there. Yeah. You're speaking the old ways, and this is exactly why there are curses being placed upon you. Because the Most High talked about the third generation coming up out of that. But y'all are the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Some of y'all don't even know if y'all great-great-grandmother. And the ones I talk to that look racist, they definitely have some white in them. Y'all so damn racist. Well, I got white in me because my ancestors was raped by the master. That's what you know because you wasn't there. That's what you say. I mean, let's just talk about it. If I was into an Arabic man, and I was supposed to like him because my people said that you don't mix with Arabic men. And I had a thing for him. And we did everything, honey. We done did it all. Then I pop up pregnant. I'm going to play that role too. Because I don't want my family to be like, bitch, you a traitor. I'm going to say he raped me. I didn't want it. He did it. So that's going to be the story too. That's going to be the whole story that, I was raped by that. And then people are going to continue that fucking story on. Bitch, we know what it is. There are some situations of that, but we all know what could have happened because you guys still do it now. I don't want to talk about that because that's a touchy subject. But y'all still do it now. You didn't think that didn't happen back then? When there was a pregnancy of an unwanted? They didn't want it? Girl, bye. But let y'all, I'll let y'all have your little fantasies and hoorahs. That's your story, not mine. But remember, honey, love thy neighbor like thyself. The Edomites are your brothers. The Egyptians are your brothers. Love them, accept them, honey. Embrace them. Because that's what it's about. Those who want to keep you in your lower self, those who want to keep you animalistic, waristic, stupid, ignorant, will tell you, no, black love, white love, only that. Oh, you don't mix up. Well, the Bible speaks about mixing. Honey, it sure did. Honey, how the fuck you gonna predate something that predates you and your mama too? How the fuck you gonna start that? Bitch, you're a mutt. You in America, you've been born in America, bitch, you're a mutt. Honey, you got some Mongoloid in you, girl. You got some Native American in you, girl. Aboriginal too, girl. You probably got some African, girl. You got some European shit up in you. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Girl, you see that lady where she's talking about African DNA? She said that we can't do the paternal because 80% of the paternal people have white fathers. Can we talk about it? Hello? So, like I said, y'all want to see him be cute all day long. Okay, go ahead. That's your business, not mine. That's why it's important to know thyself. So know yourself and your life will be a lot better. And we're going to leave it at that. What time is it? It's about 3 o'clock, bitch. Let me go. Hold on. We are family. Hey. Come on, everybody. Dance. Come on. We are family. Come on. Hey, I got my brothers and sisters with me. Come on, Tasha. We are, come on, Edomites, family. Come on, Israelites. We are family. Hey. Bitch. Yes, honey. Come on, TC. Yes, Deuteronomy, honey. Deuteronomy 23, verse 7. Deuteronomy 23, verse 7. So next time, Rico, you hear about somebody speaking about racism, I need you to refer back to that scripture. Let them be a Christian man or a Christian woman. And they will say, well, the Bible talks about the Moabites and the Canaanites. That makes sense. Bitch, you a Moabite? What? Bitch, what? Bitch, you talking as if you were a Moabite or a motherfucking Canaanite. Bitch, is that what you are? No. What? Shit, bitch, what? Yes, and that's right. We're just a shell. Like I said, if you saw me for the spirit that I was, honey, all this other shit, transgenderness, brown shit, this wearing blonde wigs, that shit will just pass. You would just say, How stupid was I? And even going, I think even when people get on a deathbed, they think about it. My brother, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this, honey. See, I knew this, but I didn't know this because Leos are very maternal as well. They're very loving. My brother actually worked for a in-home service, and the man that he actually was with was a racist man. Now, of course, they can't discriminate. So he was like, I only want white people to take care of me. I don't want no Negroes. I want no good. He went down the whole list. So my brother is a whitey brighty. I mean, like literally, honey. My brother is the color of his blonde hair. I can tell that I'm the darkest out of all my siblings. My brother is the color of this hair. I kid you not. He's a whitey brighty. Honey, so I guess they figure, well, bitch, you a light-skinned brother. You go ahead, you go up in there. We won't do nothing to you. Go ahead. We won't fuck with you. Go ahead, bruh. Go up in there. So my brother get up in there, and the man was cool for like the first 2 or 3 days. But my brother said, I guess the man started paying attention to his mannerisms and the way he was talking and stuff. So he's like, this a nigga. So the man would be like, act like he couldn't talk. My brother would talk to him. He'd be like, I ain't talking to you, nigga. So I kid you not, the wife was not racist. So my brother said he would listen in because the wife would come in, then the husband start talking. But when he come in, the husband don't say shit. But he said that when the husband was dying, and see, you always get these little deathbed confessionals, he had a crush on a black woman that actually got pregnant by him and actually had an abortion. Because during that time, it wasn't okay to intermingle. And I keep telling y'all, before 1972, it was illegal to intermingle. But it was legal for whites and blacks to get married. They can have kids. I think there was still some type of tea to that too. But they weren't able to actually get married until 1972. So before that, honey, a lot of y'all out here doing illegal shit, including my grandparents, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the first time they broke the law. But anyway, so when this man was on deathbed, he confessed that to his wife, and she already knew it because she also done black dick before too. Anyway, that's not my business. But the most shocking confessions that he had, because he knew his time, and he actually died a week before they said he was going to die because he moved into hospice. He actually told my brother that he had a dream that he actually died. When he woke up, he was like, oh, it's my time to go. Like he really thought he was gone because he had that dream. He was about to exit. Like I said, he had this dream before he died, and he died a week before he was supposed to die. And he said that when he left and went on the other side, he saw everybody the same, but he said he can feel who was black, who was white, who was Hispanic, who was this, who was that. But he said everybody looked the damn same. And my brother was just telling me the story today, which is so crazy because we were talking about in-home care. So to tell you, I got a lot of people that are like nurses in my family. Special ed teachers, nurses and teaching is like really heavy in my family. So they're the teachers, one level or another, or they're nurses. And then of course you have like the side stuff like real estate and all that good stuff. But doctors, all this medical and all that is very heavy in my family. So I kid you not. My brother told me that story and I'm like, what the fuck? And then of course I never told him about my dreams that I had about the afterlife. And the afterlife, people look the same. Like they look the same. You're transparent. You have the outline of a human, right? And I think that's our brain conceiving that because we don't have memory of ourselves before we got into human form. So I think that's my conscious mind and subconscious mind related. But we're all bald, no hair, no hair on our body, like nothing, transparent. So we all look the same. And that was just confirmation for me. And I was like, whoa. And so honey, in this life, that's all you're concerned with is race and gender. And that's a system set in place. A system has been set in place. As I said, ain't nobody that's a boss bitch or a boss nigga out here talking about, I don't fuck with blacks, I don't fuck with whites, I don't fuck with gays, I don't fuck with straight. You have that mindset because you're weak. That narrow-mindedness comes from you being a weak-ass motherfucker. That's why you have problems with gay people, black people, white people, fat people, skin. That's why. Because you're a stupid-ass motherfucker and you're a servant. You're meant to be there. You're not a king. You're not a queen. You're down there. You've been taught to be that way. You've been bred to have that type of hate. And also, it's temporary. Because when you die, you're not going to have that hate with you. And if you do, you're coming back in here. I can tell you that right now. You racist, you sexist, you're coming right back down here. So let people tell you that, oh, there's an agenda to make people like gay people. It's an agenda. Yeah, bitch, it is an agenda, bitch. It's how we're going to evolve. We've been racist, we've been sexist, we've been homophobic, transphobic, bitch, for thousands of years. And that's why we're a type 0 civilization. Look it up. We should be at least a 1 type civilization, and we're a fucking 0. Is 0 a number? I don't think it's a number. So how the fuck we're a 0 civilization and we should be a 1? If we we're so right. The Bible says that we're this and oh we bitch. Oh, girl, use 10% of your brain. You're probably in like 0.00001% of the fucking universe. And you think you just a king and queen and everybody go by the same philosophy and everybody got it right now. Girl, bye. You are going to be mistaken when you pass on. I guarantee you. You're going to be mistaken. And that's for you spiritualists too. You ministers, you pastors, you spiritual leaders that are claiming to be high priestess and I'm a master and I'm a coven leader who out there teaching that rhetoric too, bitch, you're going to be the first one to weep what you've sowed in this fucking life. I guarantee you're going to have a miserable death. You're going to be dying. Oh, I don't want to get you. You're going to be fighting that shit because you have a system that you've been stuck in and you chose not to get out of it. And it's eating you up. It's eating you up. It's eating you up. You liking gay people is not going to make you gay. You liking white people ain't going to turn you white. You being okay with people that are homeless ain't going to make you homeless. Honey, it's not. Those are their experiences, and that's what they're here for. Your job is to be who you are, bring something to the table, and walk away from it. That's what it's about. It's not, well, I'm going to bring ham because she brought ham. You brought ham, girl? That's that bullshit about I got to be around only black people. I don't do white folks, black people only. That's that bullshit right there. Everybody brought ham. That's boring, bitch. Nobody want to sit at that table. I don't want to sit at no table with nothing but ham on it. Bitch, I want some ham. I want some fruit. I want some ambrosia. I want some fruit salad. I want an upside down cake, a pineapple cake. Bitch, give me some tortillas, bitch. Give me some black beans, bitch. Give me some mofongo, honey. Give me some yuca, honey. Hello, girl. Give me some coconut milk, some coconut. Bitch, I want a feast. Bitch, not no fucking boring ass thing. Oh, I'm so bored. I'm reading ham all day, every day. That's so boring. So like I say, you will see when it's your time to go. You never had a near-death experience, and we're talking about a real near-death experience. If you've not woken up to your higher self, you ain't going to see it that way. So you still going to be combative about that race shit because that's what the masses want you to do. White, black. I'm black. So they don't like me. It's hard for us black people nowadays. Speak for yourself, please. It's not about acting neither. Speak for yourself. Spirits come in all shape and forms, and there's evil black people just like there's evil white people. And I'm watching all you motherfuckers, honey. Where my holy shit at? Bitch, I'm watching all you motherfuckers. Stay away from me. Demonic motherfuckers. Stay away, bitch. You come over, bitch. I'm going to get something good for your ass. Now, I got something good and spicy for your ass, bitch. Honey. But it's not about that. Love goes, when you have love for yourself, you see love in other people. And that's what you attract to. And that's what I say too. If everything's about the law of manifestation, everything's about the law of intention, and everything's about I manifest. That's an oxymoron. You manifested because the laws of manifesting is being a magnet. That's the number one rule of manifest is being a magnet to what you're wanting. So if you understand the laws and the rules of manifesting, then you also understand that you're manifesting your life every single day. And the reason why you have so many issues with white folks is because you have an underlying hate for them for no reason. For no reason. Because that had to happen. Whatever happened had to happen for no reason. You didn't go through that. You have an underlying hate for black folks for no reason. What? Bitch, why did you do that? Uncivilized animals. That's me. That's what I think. Uncivilized animals. But like you said, honey, that ain't my cup of tea. Let me not speak that, honey. I'm not friends with you. Won't be around you. Bitch, we won't do that, honey. I'll make sure that my children, whether they're adopted or natural, bitch, they're not structured people like you, bitch. I'll be damned. Bitch, they're structured people like you, bitch. They get dethroned, bitch. You gotta go. Bitch, you gotta go. Okay. Come on, Grand Madam. Yeah, it's Sunday, honey. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. The train, honey. Right. Grow and move forward. I know that's right, honey. Grow and move forward. Remember when that racist guy was being hunted by the train, taking him to hell without Jane having to lift a finger? Come on. Come on. Come on, Dad. Life is beautiful. Enjoy life. Enjoy. Oh, I can't scroll up. Aww. I can't scroll up. Nope. Let me see. Nope. Oh well. I don't know what y'all typed before that. I should have looked up. But anyway, listen. I think y'all should coming in here. We got some work we gotta do before I go to bed. And I'm so glad I knew was just sitting here waiting so patiently for me, y'all. He like, honey, it's that time. It's that time. I'm ready to go. I got a pee pee. He my baby, honey. He my baby. Yes, it's time to grow and move forward. That's right. Yes. And life is about that, Grand Madam. It's about evolving. And people are so stuck on growth because they're stuck in the past. People are so stuck with growth because life is forever flowing. It's like a spiral. It just keeps going. And when you're like, stop, 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 you're fighting against the natural order. And this is what's creating things. Things are happening now because of the Most High. Things are happening now because of nature. And this is why you're able to intermingle freely. This is why it's not illegal for a black man to be with a white woman. This is why it's not illegal for a gay man to be gay. Like, bitch, everything is opened up and you can say what you want. You either view when the glass is half filled with liquid, you can view it as half empty or half full. What is it to you? Half empty or half full, bitch? Honey, hello? I'm going to take it as half full versus half empty. Because see, half empty is saying it on the negative side, half full is saying on the positive side. So instead of you seeing it as half full, you're seeing it as half empty. So it's the devil. There's a gay agenda because the devil wants your soul. And the white folks want to be with black folks because the devil wants your soul. The Bible, the God, Jesus, it's not meant for black folk. White folk be gay. That's all when these people. Girl, bye. I'm not even going to say that because some just came to me. I'm going to keep that to myself. See, I gotta go. See, these spirits be, I gotta go because something almost came up and I almost said, and I caught myself because, bitch, that would have been a whole bunch of tea. Did I see that piece of apple come out my damn mouth? That would have been a whole bunch of other tea. I'm just gonna say this. Who have more problems? Interracial relationships when it's a mixed race man, a mixed race woman, or couples of the same motherfucking race? And we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. And we're talking about an American culture and all the good stuff. We're gonna talk about it, honey. And then when you do have these same race of people mixing up together, how successful are these rates? Because of course some people are gonna say, well, it's because of this, it's because they were taught this. And it's always the pointing of the finger. If someone offer bait, you don't have to bite it. You know, if a man puts a fishing pole in the water and have bait on the end of it and the fish bite that bait, he should be allowed to keep that fish because the fish is dumb enough to bite the damn bait. Honey, just because a bait has been thrown in, you don't got to bite it. Same thing with that. Well, that happened with us because they created a system for us to get into. Everybody wasn't getting in that system. Everybody ain't part of that system. And I know that because I relate to people that didn't get into that system. It's all about your choice. You need to figure out who and what, when, why, and how you're doing it. And then you take accountability and responsibility for what the fuck you did. It's not saying that, well, that's the only way they were going to help if we did that. Okay, that's fine. But that's why you build a system for yourself so you didn't need no motherfucking help. Because your ancestors didn't. Before Christopher Columbus and all them shit sailed the seven seas, you think your ancestors was out here building on a system to need help? I need help. No, bitch. So, yeah, what happened with your ass? Because you got lazy and you got weak as fuck, just like the master wanted. And I'm going to blame. That's a master thing, too. The master taught your ass that. I'm going to blame it. It's their reason why I perm my hair. It's their reason why I want to have black mixed kids. It's the reason why I act a fool. It's the reason why I don't like my mama. The fuck? You don't like your mama because they told you not to like your mama? Does that sound right? You don't like your mama because they taught you how to not like your mama. Who taught you not how to like your mama? Girl, bye. I gotta go, honey, because I just don't sound right. And some people trying to have you to entertain that shit, and I'm like, honey, I'd rather just get up off this phone, honey, have a good night, than sit on the phone and talk about that shit like that, because I'm not going to sit your way. I don't see an issue with any experience that I had, honey. There's been a few people, but there's been a lot of people that look like me that have done some more fucked up shit to me, honey, and disrespected me. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Get into this tea. So your experience is the other way around, but even we can't even say that because you have children by a man who's of your same race and he's not in your life. So you can't even say that neither. You can say the same thing. Tomato with tomato, potato, potato. Anyway, yeah, that's right. You don't have to bite the bait. Come on, TC. Yes, go with the flow. Ow! Stop fighting the flow. Yes, that means time to go. Yes, Rico, look, look, look. He's like, oh, now he hitting. He gonna come back in 5 minutes, honey. Yes, your mindset changes. Listen, feed that mind, Rico. Feed that mind. Your mind is like a sponge surrounded with positive and beautiful things, and that's all you will get. Surrounded with negative and poisonous things, that's all you will get. I always tell people I'm going to be gone. My life has been sorry. I've had a horrible life. I'm 40 years old, and all my life has been horrible. What type of people have you been associated with? Well, my cousins, people I grew up with. Well, I don't care if they're related to you or not, but what was their lives? Were they successful? Were they happy with themselves? Well, I had a cousin who was a doctor, but she would always talk about how she didn't da. Exactly. So these things you remembered and these poisons absorbed into your consciousness, and your consciousness created a perception. And like I said, your brain is a projector. It started projecting into your reality what someone else put into that reality. You absorbed it, now you're speaking it, now you're living it. And as I said before, people have called me uppity. People said I have my nose in the air. I think I'm too good for them. I kid you not. People always said that about me, especially when I grew out of my old ways and said, oh, that's not me. Oh, bitch, you think you're better than me? No, no. I just know what I want out of life, and I know that there's more to life. And if I've only been in 2 or 3 countries my whole life, when there's 178, bitch, you think I really lived? If I've only dealt with people that looked like me my 100 years on this planet, do you think I actually lived? If I only liked people that looked like me, acted like me, maybe, do you think that I actually lived? And I did that for my whole life. 60 years, 50 years, 100 years, whatever, however long time God gave me on this planet. You think I actually lived? No, bitch, I existed. And I don't want to exist. So, bitch, feed me all of what I can. So, bitch, when I go, bitch, I'm taking it with me. And I said, that was a great playground. When I'm sitting back and my life is being displayed in front of me, I say, bitch, I love that. I went to the Chinese store and had Chinese food right on the floor with them. I love that. Oh, my God. I remember that when I went over there and the Brazilian people taught me how to do capera. Oh, my God. Like, I'm going to, girl. But some of y'all, you're going to have a boring ass display because with your life, all you dealt with was miserable ass, single ass females. And then you wonder why your life is nothing but single, miserable ass misery. It's a miserable, single ass life because the bitch that's all year round. And even going into friends as I got older, who I was with, and I like, ooh, you changed, bitch. You think you're all that? Ooh, bitch, you think you're all that now, huh? No, you think I gained my insight for you? Bitch, if I was to die right now, your life will still go. And even if we died at the same time, our life will still be depicted a whole nother way. So you think that anything that I do is to show off to you or to appear better than you when that doesn't even matter? Bitch, because I came into my being for my necessity. I became who I am for me. I was created by my ancestors, or the doors was open for my ancestors, for me to be who I am and to shine the way that I shine. It was not meant for me to copy, bite, and impress and to fool and to act just to get people to like me. That's not what it's about. Bitch, I was born by myself. I'm going to die by myself. And even going into if I had a twin that shared a womb with me, we would still be 2 different individuals. We would still be 2 different imprints on this in this fucking world. So, like I said, girl, no, you learn, you grow, you surround yourself with people or things that you want to see. You want to have a happy, successful life, surround yourself with happy, successful people. And we're not talking about people that act like they're happy because they got a lot of money or act like they're successful because that's in their mind. We're talking about people that are truly happy and content with their life. I lived 42 years and I loved everything that I did. I made some mistakes, but I'm glad I experienced that because I'm a better person. People like that, bitch, you need to be around. People that be like, I wish my life was a whole nother way. Oh my God, I wish I could do that again. That's just horrible. Why did I do that? Ew, and then just beating stuff up. Girl, now you're taking on that self-hate and you're pulling that into you. And now you're going to project the exact same thing because now you're upset because your life, when you were 30, you weren't doing that. So when you see the next bitch that's 30, you say, fuck her. Fuck that bitch. She ain't this and that. No, that bitch definitely that because she ain't that. Like, bitch, you're projecting because you weren't doing that at 30. And we can say whatever we want to say, whether it was your fault or not. You weren't doing it at 30, and now you're upset about that. And that's okay. That's okay. Now you're 50, you still have opportunities to learn and grow because you're still above ground. Hello. And now it's your turn to take in as much as you can. And that's what it's about. But people never understand that. And like I said, that's why I just can't deal with certain type of people. Business-wise, I don't care because it's a cleanse before and it's a cleanse after. Being personal with you, being in my inner circle, me seeing you, me talking to you every day. If we're not on that same frequency, I can't do it. I can't act. I can't pretend. I can't do it. Especially if it's something that I've done before and I'm letting you know, hey, I've seen that before because I've done it. And you're still like, I don't really give a fuck. You bitch, now you're just stupid. And remember, stupid is knowing better, but choosing not to do it. And you can look up the meaning of stupid. So when I say stupid, people will be like, why are you calling people stupid? Well, stupid is actually a compliment because if I called you ignorant or naive, then you should be offended. But when I say you stupid, then you need to say, oh shit, okay, wait a minute. Oh, that's a compliment because I actually do know better, but I'm choosing not to. But you're only offended that somebody called you stupid because you know that you should be doing better and you choose not to. And now you're like, what? Yeah, bitch, yeah, you having that wake-up call. Bitch, wake up. You're stupid. So we don't got time for that. You're not on that frequency. And, like I said, I end a lot of friendships. And believe it or not, today, I read my horoscope on something that I actually got because I don't really do horoscopes, but I actually got something that had a horoscope thing on the back of it. And I read it before I got on here. And it actually said that today or Saturday was a day that I was going to reevaluate a friendship with someone. And it's so crazy because something happened yesterday before I linked up with my family, which made me reevaluate a situation. I'm like, that is so fucking crazy. So fucking crazy because I'm really reevaluating. And I told y'all I'm leaving California within the up and coming months. So there's a lot of things that's going to be left behind. There's a lot of things when I do relocate that will be able to come with me. A lot of shit, bitch, I'm done with it. If you're a fool, you're in love with a motherfucker that disrespect you or don't have wait, first of all, you're in love with a person that don't have respect for themselves and love for themselves, honey, you're stupid. And I can't do that. Good luck with that. Enjoy. He's never going to marry you. You're never going to have kids together. You're never going to be happy together. You're going to be a 50-year-old woman still out here chasing motherfuckers trying to prove a point about motherfuckers who don't give a fuck. I can't do that. Bitch, please. I can't do that. But that's when you were a teenager, 3 years old and shit, but you're out here trying to prove a point. Not a grown-ass woman. Bitch, you should be happy. You should be looking for a man to settle down with, to build a family with, and keep it moving. But it's, well, I really like him, but he's a stupid-ass motherfucker. But it's okay. I'm going to prove him that I can get other people. Who you pulling that for? Because, bitch, when you die and he's still alive, bitch, he's still going to be doing what the fuck he doing because he's doing it now. You're alive and he's fucking other people. And got you thinking that he's not. So maybe you're into that stuff. And if you're into that stuff, that's not my cup of tea, sis. That's not my cup of tea, sis. So you stay over there, you do your thing, honey. I'm going to do my thing, and I wish you the best. And you'll find other dumb, stupid-ass motherfuckers like that, and y'all will be happy together. Y'all be 50-year-old bitches out here hating on the next bitch because she getting her shit together. She got her shit together. Why? Bitch, I'm moving on. Okay? Yes, honey. But anyway, twin flames to look at. What's going on with these twin flames, re-looking black twin flame relationships? I've never seen so much mess. Wait a minute. What is that? What is that? What is that, Grandma Adam? Break that down for me. I don't get that. Break that down for me. Yeah, that's right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, which is our soul, honey. Right here, our solar plexus. This is our little light right here. This is our sun right here, honey. We receive the light here, but we give the light from here. This is where our joy is at. Everything happens there. The root, the sacral, the solar plexus, it comes up into the heart, and then it just magnifies, and it actually escapes through the throat. So we invoke light here. This is where we absorb all that light. when someone, another light being comes, bitch, we bow our heads and we say namaste. I bow to the goddess or God in you. My inner God, see the inner God in you. So, but you're bowing, honey. Share that light with me, honey. Thank you so much. And you keep it moving. When you don't have light to give, because remember, like I said, you're invoking here, you're projecting here. When you don't have anything to give here, bitch, you're dull, you're boring, and people are like, honey, no thanks. I don't want to be around that. Bitch, look at this bitch. You got a whole bunch of shit going on. Your indigestion is off, bitch. Your digestion system's off. Your uterus, their penis is off, bitch. You got odors down there. You got shit that can't work out. You're shooting blanks. You got all that shit down there. We don't want that. We're about living energy and we're about living frequency, bitch. We're not about that dead life. We're currently in a dead body. Because see, like I said, the ego have us thinking that we're alive when we're really not. This body and shit is dead. And the spirit right now is actually living or sleeping. So when the spirit wakes, then the body shuts down, going into that night and day polarity. So when we look into the sky, we're actually seeing something that's going on within the inside, as I always say, which people who are claiming to be spiritualists, and I've been doing this for 50 years, but yeah, you don't understand that when you look into the sky, you're seeing some inner workings. When the sun rises and the moon rises, or the sun sets and the moon rises, or however you want to see that, you're seeing a flip of life and death. Why do you think people die? They say the sunrise was May, blah, 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 and the sunset with this and that. People don't see that. They don't see that. That is the awakening of the spirit and the dying of the flesh, or the dying of the spirit, or the spirit being put to sleep. That's why they say sleep is the cousin of death. The spirit being put to sleep and the flesh living or thinking it's life, because it's really not. Without the spirit, the flesh will not be doing anything, honey. You'll be still, stiff, and or however you want to look at the shit, bitch. But because that energy was in you, even though the energy is still asleep, it's so powerful that it's moving, and the ego is fullness of it, saying, I'm alive, and I love it. Honey, you're in a temporary holographic situation, a stimulation of something. And once your soul actually awakens or it extends, honey, it exits out this body and go into something else. And that's what we call here in the third dimension, death, which is the splitting of energy. That's what it is. So the dying process is actually needed. And the dying process happens when you're born and when you die. So you die twice. You die twice. Okay. And like I said, DEDIDA means two. Okay. Yes. I was studying tarot readings about twin flame relationships. All had side people and totally destroying their relationships. Most couples are Black. This is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to be done with that. We live in a day and age where technology is powerful. We live in a day and age where we have the ability to look up psychologists. We have the ability to even look webmd.com, type in our symptoms, and it gives us a estimate prognosis of what we may have. People are not utilizing technology for that. Instead of looking that up and seeking help, investing money in that type of help, Grand Madam, to awaken something within the brain, to destroy something within the brain and awaken it, they use the technology and the research to figure out how to con people, how to steal from people. Oh, how can I get a man who doesn't really want me? How to impress people to make them think that I got money. That's what they spend their time doing. And then what they do is when people like me see that sickness and we say, honey, I'm not investing my money in wigs. I'm not investing my money in a snap. Then it's like, bitch, you stupid. Bitch, you this and that. It's like, no, you're actually stupid because you'd rather go spend $300 on a pair of shoes or $200 on an outfit than to pay for a therapy session. Therapy sessions go anywhere from $60 to $120 per session. And just 4 sessions of therapy could change your motherfucking life. So now we're talking about being stupid or being fucking intelligent. And I'm sorry, but I love intelligent people. I love people that can recognize that something is not right and do something about it. I don't like people that say, I know something ain't right, but I'm going to still, my mama was sick, my daddy was sick, and I'm just going to deal with it. Excuse me, honey, I'm not saying what I am saying. Excuse me, you're not intelligent, boo-boo. You're not intelligent, and now, unfortunately, you're having children, or you're going to have children, and now your children are going to be fucked up ass individuals as well, and now we're going to have a fucked up ass society. And I don't know about you, because maybe your time is up, you don't give a fuck. Bitch, when I'm old and I want people to take care of me, I don't want to stupid ass idiot not knowing how to deal with a catheter, not knowing what the girl by, not knowing, bitch, what is that? Well, excuse me, I'm not used to that. I don't know what that is. I don't want that. You can have that, but I don't want that. You're gonna have that because unfortunately, you and the generation before you didn't care about that. But even now, it's not about generations. You have the ability to say, something is not right with me. I'm having a lot of anxiety and emotional trauma. Let me see what this is. But people don't care about that. They'll go to the doctor, want to tell the doctor, I got a burn, I got an itch, I get headaches, I worry a lot. They won't even say that. You go to the doctor, yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, I just have a little bit of aching in the back. Oh, let's give you this pill. Oh, I got high blood pressure. Let me give you this pill. Instead of getting down to the root of what causes that hypertension, you're going to say, well, yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh, you got high blood pressure. Oh, what you have for me? Adderall. Okay, that's it. No, bitch. If a doctor tells you that you got any type of physical illness, there is something psychological behind that. And you need to see a therapist or a psychologist to work that shit out. When I tell you, as a teenager, I had hypertension. As a teenager, hello, I don't think you heard that. As a teenager, I had hypertension around the ages that I grew into myself. When I accepted my identity, but the outside world was trying to tell me something totally different, bitch. I was suffering from hypertension. And the doctor said, this is a damn shame, bitch. You're 14 years old, bitch, and you got hyper motherfucking tension. Bitch, no thank. I rebuke that. Bitch, no, we're not. And I did something about it. Now I'm going to do something about it medically. But I also seen a psychologist say there's something right. And like I said, I didn't know anything about that. Oh, it's your psychology, it's your psychological health that affects your physical health. I didn't know that. So, bitch, I'm like, something right. Let me see. And that's when I had my first counseling session. And things started being working out. And then, of course, as I got older, because as you get older, new enzymes and hormones are released. So your thought process is different. At 14, different hormones are released at 19, and then 21, and then 28. So, bitch, I was going through it. I said, honey, it's all right. Can I get some assistance? Doctor said, yeah, boo, 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 boo. And I'm like, I hope I'm not crazy. I'm like, no, there's this guy. Like I said, it helped me. So me sitting here, I would not have the brain that I've had. I would not be able to grasp all of my experiences. I would not have the ability to see things for what it is if I never seen a psychologist, a therapist, or a motherfucking counselor. So that's what I'm saying. It's important to know that physical health is something going on psychologically that's causing that to happen. Because going into the rule of manifesting is that you are a magnet to what you pull to you. So you're constantly worrying and have anxiety about something that stirs up something within your body, which causes certain enzymes to either be created or to die off. And when these enzymes are created or died off, then of course you start having physical problems, like your pancreas go out. Can we talk about that? Your liver goes out. Can we talk about that? Your spleen go out. Can we talk about that? Your kidneys go out. Can we talk about that? Your esophagus has problems. Can we talk about that? The lining of your stomach starts to dissolve so that acid builds up. Bitch, you start having a whole bunch of other shit. Can we talk about that? That's all caused psychologically. But because people are too proud to beg and I don't really care for that, my friends got a new car. I want a new car too. They don't want to invest into their psychological health. So then they get here and they be 52 years old, 53 years old, 54 years old, 55 years old, 70 years old on YouTube competing with an imaginary friend or an imaginary oppressor or enemy, when in fact the people who trained your brain is your motherfucking enemy because they didn't teach you how to pay attention to your motherfucking health. And now we're talking about mentally speaking, because if you're a witch or you're a spiritualist, it's about your mental power. So if this is not right, then bitch, your power ain't right. You can't convince me, bitch, that you're mentally fucked up, popping pills for anxiety, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, and you got some type of power to change my motherfucking life, because you don't got power to change your life. And that's my biggest issue with a lot of these spiritual people. They don't talk about mental health. They don't talk about the importance of getting your mind right. They capitalize off of people mental imbalances. They love it. And then you have people that are mentally imbalanced that are aware of their mental imbalances, obviously, and they become combative. Like, bitch, what? Ooh, I can't stand that bitch. That motherfucker be going off. Bitch, I don't have a mental imbalance. I'm transgender, bitch, because of the setup of my motherfucking brain. Not a chemical imbalance, bitch. It's the construction of my motherfucking brain. But we can go deeper than that. We can go into my ancestors making it possible for me to be that way. But I tell you this right now, bitch, I passed my test. I graduated from motherfucking college. Bitch, I can get around and do anything I fucking do, bitch. That has nothing to do with that. I don't have no emotional problems. I don't have anxiety. I don't have depression, bitch. I don't got to pop pills, drink to feel better about myself. There's none of that here. So let's get that together. But you being a heterosexual woman or heterosexual man, bitch, and you popping all these pills, bitch, but you gonna see her try to come for me? Girl, I got a psychologist. I got a therapist. I got a counselor. I got a primary physician. I have a physician that deals with my transgenderism. Hello, we're talking about physical stuff, dealing with the blood work and all that. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You can never come for me. But that's what people should be investing in, but they're not. And that's the sad part about it. So even going into that grandmother, unfortunately, like a lot of people talk about black people have mental illness. Everybody got mental illness, except for only difference between black and white folks is that white folks is gonna go out and get the help. Black folks too propagate. I don't want to seem like I'm weak. I don't want no white man telling me nothing. Girl, what? They got black psychologists out there. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I don't want to be telling my problems with other people. You get on YouTube and share it. You go on Facebook and talk about it. You tell your best friend and your friend how good your man laid it on you. Why can't you sit in front of a complete stranger who actually has a contract it says they cannot share your information. Even if you go to a psychologist and say, I committed a crime, they're not allowed to release that information unless, of course, they are investigator, you investigate it, and the courts, they have to go to the courts, they have to get the papers from your psychologist, and then that could be open. But outside of that, they can't pick up the phone and say, oh, I just want to say that this person said they did something about. They can't do that. So it's like, I'd rather share that with somebody than somebody who doesn't have any obligation to keep my shit a secret. And that's just me. So like I said, from that perspective, that's why I'm very much into being private and all this good stuff. Because like I said, in the day, honey, that's not my business. You came to me for help, and that's when I help you, bitch. What you do outside that, that's none of my damn business. And like I said, with psychologists, what it's about too. Let's get your brain right. If you need to confess about something that you did 40, 50 years ago, let's get it out. Like I said, black folk would rather buy Jordans, iPhones, and weaves and wigs, $1 trillion, $1 billion industry, than to invest in psychology, counseling. And yet the first thing they say is that black folks ain't got no money. What? I mean, unless all y'all out here stealing and shit, unless y'all stealing groceries and shit, let me know. Let me know, honey. Let me know so we can prove the stereotype right, that black folks are thieves. Honey, hello? That's what they say. I didn't say that. That's what they say. Allegedly. Okay? Allegedly, they're that. So, hello? So you buy cigarettes. Bitch, you got your new phone. You get on YouTube every day. You can afford that phone bill. What? Bitch, please. If all I had the money was to pay my phone bill, bitch, trust when I tell you this, bitch, I would say bye-bye, no phone, and let me pay for some psychological help if you know that's your problem. But like I said, people don't give a fuck about that, and they try to read people down like me because we get the help. Because we sought after. Because everybody needs help. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, everybody needs that help because, bitch, your identity is who you are. You're meant to be who you are. You come into a world that suppress you and oppress you. Everybody get oppression. Everybody gets oppression, bitch. And that's why psychologically we get some teas. And it's important as young as you are to go get that help. That's what I tell you. If you're 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, 21, perfect timing to go get psychological help. Even 27. Because that's when your frontal lobes become fully developed. Go get psychological help because there's past traumas that you let go of. And I showed you with y'all my experiences. I thought I let go of, a lot of trauma and things I experienced. And it wasn't like abuse, molesting, all that, because that never happened to me. But it was definitely outside things. And I held on to that stuff. I thought I released it because I got over it. But it was stored away in my subconscious. So as I became an adult, I reenacted what I experienced as a child, as you do too. And instead of me saying, oh, I'm okay with that, I'm normal. Oh, everybody goes through this. Everybody try drugs too, don't they? Because I never done that. Thank God for that. But instead of me saying, like most people do, oh, everybody do drugs. Everybody have sex around people. Everybody have more than 5 sexual partners in 1 year. Everybody, by the time they're 25, has sex with over 1,000 people. No, they don't. So then you're like, it's normal. It's normal. Now I realize, bitch, there's something that happened as a child that made you want attention and affection. And that's why you act the way you act. So that's what I said, even with me, when I deal with adults, I know when they got attention from their parents. I know when they didn't. Because I'm like, yeah, you're a little too. Yeah. Yes. 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 Disease means not at ease. Yes. 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 Master's outside. Come on. Yes. Scientific fact. Scientific. Yes. Yes. People get therapy from their minister. What type of minister? A non-religious minister, right? Because we always talk about this too. People that are spiritually, because we talk about this, we talk about ancient arts. Everybody who is an ancient magician or everybody who's into ancient abilities, honey, we practice all stuff. We borrow from everybody. You had European people practicing African stuff. It's been on for years. I'm telling y'all, do your research. Thousands of years ago, honey, African people were doing European stuff. Let's talk about it. Hello? Do your research. Do your research, girl. I gotta make sure that. So going into that, when you are spiritually advanced, you are not restricted by religion. I'm a Christian. I'm a Buddhist. I'm a Jewish. I'm a Baptist. Like, girl, that is imprisonment. That's you saying, I'm going to be locked down to this because this is my foundation. But my walls and my ceiling is going to be everything else. That's not going to sound right. So you're going to have a cement foundation, whatever that's going to be. Then you're going to have a shackled wall and a fucking lambskin roof. Then you wonder why you're suffering from a lot of inflictions. Yeah, bitch, you're all fucked up and screwed up. When you're spiritually unrooted or you're spiritually opened, which means that I'm spiritual, I see spirit, so I'm going to borrow spiritual practice from this, and that, and I see for what it is, and I can make up why they did that. And like I said, your house is built up in whatever else it is, whatever it is. It could be still cement, wood walls with cement over, and the roof being still with cement, like whatever, like a regular house. Or it could be forever picking up and going. Depends on what you are, honey. The gypsies are travelers, honey. So their walls were definitely, their spiritual practice was definitely built with everything, honey. They had lambskin floors, lambskin walls, and lambskin ceilings, honey. So one minute they were Buddhist, one minute they were Baptist, next minute they were hocus pocus, chimney-ocus, honey. The next minute, girl, they backed up and said they from the roots, not having an original root, because you got gypsies from all over the world, honey. Hello, get into the tea. You have Jewish gypsies. You got African gypsies. You got Mediterranean gypsies, honey. Hello, bitch, you have to do your research. So, like I said, you know, it is what it is. Yes, they do help. Yes. People who don't vote have a cell phone. I'm just saying. There's so much. There's so much that people can do and invest in, but they choose not to. And it's sad. And like I said, I'm not about that victim stuff. I'm about people being victorious. Everybody could either be the role of the victim or the victorious individual. And unfortunately, when you are victorious in this day and age, you're considered narcissistic, which is not what that means. And you're considered arrogant and cocky and pompous, when in reality, that's not what it is. But there's some people that put on that front like they're victorious, but they're really victims underneath because they got issues that they have not resolved. So they're putting on that role of victorious and they're really not. But most of us, or a few of us, are actually victorious, and that's why we look secured and self-assured, and we are. And people are like, oh, no, that's not what it is. Oh, no. And it's like, honey, who are you? Because you're definitely a victim, because you're the one of those people that's sitting there talking about the white man is responsible for you not get what you need to get. We better watch these white people. They out to get us. Girl, bye. You should be more concerned about people that look like you than motherfuckers that don't look like you. And I'm just keeping it totally real with you, bitch. Hello. You should be worried about the bitch that's your neighbor, bitch. Worried about motherfuckers that look. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's the reality of this world. That's the reality of this world, and it's always been that way. As I said, go if you want to go back into the slave days, honey, you had slaves that did some sneaky ass shit that lied and it blamed another slave, and motherfuckers were lynched for that. Can we talk about it? It's no different. So, yeah, girl, you're not going to sit here and convince me to see things the way you see it. I don't. I just won't. I don't see it as the white man trying to take over the world. I don't see it as none of that, honey. That's your opinion. It is what it is. You are a victim, and that's okay. You be a victim. You be a victim over there, though. You won't be a victim over here. Hi, bye. Let's keep moving. I can't get up in that. No, I can't. Now, if you understand you're a victim, I let you know you're a victim, and you say, well, let me get help for this victimization I experienced, and I get back to you. How? I applaud you, bitch. Come on. Let's talk. But here, I'm a victim and I don't really care because I'm a victim, and pity me because I'm a victim. And it's just unfortunate that the white people are taking over. It's unfortunate that Asians own everything and so forth. And just like, oh my God, You're crying, girl. You're crying. And I'm like, have you went to school to be a doctor? Have you went to school to be a business owner? Okay, so maybe you're part of the problem and not the solution. So if you have issues with white people taking over, or Asian people taking over, or Jewish people taking over, then maybe you need to do something about it by becoming a self-made whatever. But you're not going to do that because you're a victim. And victims rather bitch and moan and cry about shit that they could change, but they choose not to. That's what the victims rather do, you know. Victorious people rather sit here and instead of saying, I don't like how people are treating my gay people. I don't like people are abandoning my gay people. I don't like people talk about gay people are an abomination and spirituals out here telling black people or gay people, you don't have a place in voodoo, hoodoo, and all this sort of shit. I'm sick of that. So, bitch, instead of me, you know, bitching and moaning about it, oh God, this is so horrible. They won't let us stand. Bitch, I'm gonna be the motherfucking voice of reasoning. I'm be the motherfucking backbone. I'm be the motherfucking everything that needs to be for that motherfucking situation, bitch. And as I continue to say, I will continue to say, bitch, you need to get it right. LGBT people, you need to give people who are really like you, because there's a lot of people out there, and I don't want to name no names, but I have experiences. I've seen actual proof. If they didn't direct it towards me, I've seen actual proof of them getting back to their clients, speaking some nasty shit about them because they're gay. Oh, yeah, that spirit right there. You're only gay because, baby, you're confused. Your last life, you were a woman. And this life, you're not too sure. So we're gonna do a cleansing spell on you to get that gay spell off you. And I'm just like, is this a voodoo priestess? She ain't a voodoo priestess. And I kid you not, I was so close to one of these bitches, honey, I can't stand. Every time she get online, she looked like she high than a fucking kite. Her hair is always covered up. She even has the nerve to call her name Love something. Girl, bye. Her right there, I had a lot of her clients. And one of the clients, he stuttered. And she was telling him, you got a speech impediment because blah, 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 blah. Get those spirits together. And I'm like, does she not know that stuttering and talking fast is the same motherfucking thing? And typically stuttering means that your brain is processing more rapidly than, or we should say an aspect of your brain is processing more rapidly than the part of your brain that has speech. So this is why you're stuttering. That has nothing to do, bitch. Bitch, girl, bye. I never do no motherfucking tea, girl. She talking like that, bitch, because she get high before she get on there. She do your work, and that's what it is. And so those are those demons talking. She get high before she get your work done, and those little spirits tell her what to say, and she's making a fool out of her motherfucking self. People still entertain that though, because I'm sure they still get work done with her. I'm sure there's some stupid ass gay motherfucker still saying, I'm gonna do my work with you. Well, good. Stay over there, bitch. I want to help those who won't help. Okay, please, if you're about that fake phony shit, please don't hit me up. I will decline your work, bitch. No thanks. Okay? No thanks, bitch. You remember her? You remember her? Okay. See you later, Rico. Love and light. Do you remember her? This young man was so hurt, Graham Madam. Smart young man, you know, smart young black man. He was college bound. He had a horrible life. He grew up in group homes. He was abandoned by his parents. So I'm like, as a healer, you see this child who had no real maternal love and tenderness. And instead of you opening up that heart and say, you know what, this is what it is. Let's work on this, da 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 da. Because you don't have love. You're a bitter bitch. Your mama didn't love you. You project that sickness into him, and he felt some type of way. I really felt like when he came to me, I really felt that spirit of suicide. I felt that spirit, because even after we start doing work and I gave him his reading, I gave him clarity, he was like, it was there. He was very chirpy every time. And I told him the last time we spoke, which was probably almost 2 years, I said, you're very excited. He said, I just got a new perspective on life and blah, blah, blah. I want to thank you for that. And I think he actually sent me a donation of like $1,500. Like, I kid you not. He sent me a very large donation. I'm just like, whoa. So, like I said, as a spiritualist or as a healer, because all spiritualists, you have to be a healer as a spiritualist. You have to be able to see things from a different perspective and be able to piece those pieces back together. You see that energy and you're like, and it's not even about sugarcoat, because I shared a lot of shit with people. So my clients who got rings with me, honey, they want to be the side bitch. So I say, honey, that's not smart. Why not do work on being the main chick instead of doing work on being the side trick? And because they want to still be the side trick, honey, I'm going to tell you what it is. You keep wasting your time on money and energy on readings and stuff, but it's going to be the same answers every time. And I got cussed out before because of that. Hell, some of them don't get work done with me no more. Some of them even jumped onto my enemy side because I'm not sugarcoating shit. Bitch, it is what it is. This is what you need. You need to do it. If you don't do it, bitch, your life's going to be fucked up. And it's really sad when they got children. So anyway, like I said, that person right there, I can't stand her. And I almost did a little thing for her because something happened, I want to say 2 years ago, a year ago, and she did her little speech on it. And I'm like, girl, you don't know what you think you be knowing. You don't know that. And you have no to call yourself something. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bitch, please sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. That's the hurt trying to heal. That's the hurt trying to hurt but think they're healing. You know, let me act like I'm healing. No, bitch, you're the hurt trying to hurt the hurt. Bitch, because hurt people cannot heal people. You have to be healed in order to heal. You have to be in a place of healing in order to help someone get to the place of healing. There's no such thing as you're hurt, you're dealing with stuff, and I can help you get to your healing point. What? You've never been with a millionaire, you've never had $1 million, and you can help someone get $1 million? What do they do to that? How? And then when they be like, well, honey, you don't have a baby by a millionaire. So I know you don't have potential to help nobody manifest $1 million. Bitch, you're not a baby by a millionaire, girl. Girl, bye. Anyway. Yeah, he was killed. I love it, honey. But listen, love you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Oh my God. This is a long video, 3 hours and 18 minutes. But I love it. And I have so much love and appreciation for you people. Thank you guys for those who stayed and watched. And of course, like I said, something in here was for them. And like I said, honey, I send you all love and light. Thank you for stopping by. You can reach me at 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com for questions and comments about products and services, or 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com.uk if you're in the UK, or www.28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com to look at all the services that I offer and some. Also, very, very soon, with the next up and coming weeks, I have a surprise for people because I always get emails from people that are like, I'm going to be over there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, ooh. So, yes, there's something I'm going to be doing. So, yes, honey, love and light, Grand Madam. It was good seeing you such a long time. And yeah, for everybody coming here, honey, got to go, honey. Ooh, I'm like hot as shit, honey. I should turn this damn. I pulled this window, but I should have turned that damn ceiling fan on. Anyway, blessings, Jay. Yes, honey. Thank you, guys. And also, yes, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay, for replying so quickly. And I'm waiting for everybody else. If not, honey, it look like you'll be the only one catching it tomorrow. Okay? Who you are? Don't play with me, Jay. Anyway. Bye, everybody. And we'll be doing another video. Like I said, this was the first part of this series. We're actually doing a series of videos on love. Yes. And like I said, it's the first part. And of course, I started out with the heterosexual stuff. Because of course, I have a lot of heterosexual clients. Yes. 95% of my clients are heterosexual. So, of course, and they have good success rate, by the way. Speaking of that, because the bitch was like, you shouldn't get spiritual work done by a gay person because they got spirits on them. Can my clients please stand up? I'm going to be sending y'all emails. I need y'all to do a call-in. When we do next week's call-in or this week's call-in, depends on what I'm gonna be doing because we're supposed to be doing something this weekend or this week. I will definitely send y'all a message, say please call in and let them know that you are. Tell them your sexuality or your sexual preference when you come in here, and let them know your testimony. Because bitch is not about your gender and race and all that. Bitch is about people who actually know how to do the work. It's about knowing and showing, not speaking and acting like you're doing. Anyway. Let me go, y'all. My baby Lenny just covered. Look at him. He's landing my damn jacket. Bitch, get up and walk. Get up and walk. Anyway, bye, everybody, honey. You was on. I'm sorry, Jay. Who you doing? Well, like I said, we'll be on it again today. So wait for that email, Jay. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to get right into it, honey. Anyway, I got to rock Anubis. I got to do this work. I had a iced coffee from Jack in the Box, and it barely hit me towards the end. So I'm probably going to be up for another 2 hours, but that's fine because I can do this work. And yeah, be done, honey. I think the new moon is next week. So, or the full moon, excuse me. So yeah, we got a lot that we got to do, honey. Anyway, love and light, honey. Bye for now. Thank you, guys, honey. Mwah. What? It says I can't end the stream. You two trying to keep me on here or something? You two trying to keep me on here or something? You just I can't end the stream, honey. Yeah, I'm pressing the button too. So let's say if we exit out of here.